Hey, friends, here we are. Another Tuesday night edition of D&D with the most ordinary D&D group in the Prime Material Plane. We've got
Yay,
the usual...
yes.
I agree. Yay, you guys. You guys are amazing.
Why did you close my door?
Yes, so the guy closing his door is the youngest member of our group, Joshua.
What's up?
I was saying hello, Joshua. The
hello.
Let's see, second youngest member of our group. Oh, that's Elliot, right?
Is it? Really?
Yeah.
It gets
Yes.
tougher from there.
Yeah, third.
I'm the youngster
Third
with the gray
youngest
beard.
is Chris, who is only a little bit older than me, I believe.
Yes.
Hi, Chris. And John, of
Hi.
course, is the granddaddy of us all.
Hey, Goliath, come here. Hey, wait, no, I do have a younger nerd in the room.
Aha!
Now's your screen time.
Its appearance.
Youngest nerd in the room.
All right, congratulations. And that's young Thalia, the youngest nerd of us all. I of course, am DM Roy. And we are Nerdly Gaming the Grognards.
Yay, Grognards.
Oh, wait, that totally
Yay,
didn't
we
work.
rule.
What?
Better than
Grognards
Edgelords.
Do it again. Wait, and we are Nerdly Gaming the Grognards.
Grognard
Yay,
rule.
Grognards.
Is my mic
Lord's
working
rule.
yet? Jeez.
I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get that right one of these weeks.
Look
Just
at
watch.
that.
Hey, we got-
Fancy.
One of these weeks, I'm gonna totally get that the right way, and we're gonna look so cool. I'm telling you, we're gonna be like,
It works.
One of these weeks, in
cool.
one of our 3 games, there's going to be no technical difficulties.
we'll see. The cool part of Tuesday is I get to
just
practice
heard
on Tuesday for
Awfully
the
high
real
bar
game
you're sitting
on
there, young Karuba.
Thursday. I mean, for the other game on Thursday, the game that is not lesser or greater than this one, but the other, just
The other
just
The,
one-
the people you like more.
the other Dragon Heist.
I didn't necessarily say that, Chris. Only,
You didn't say it, but it's true.
I'm not saying it's not true. I'm only saying it's I didn't say it.
Exactly.
Let's see. So, so we are back. We've had our 2-week break. This is our every other week game. We absolutely appreciate any of you guys at home and abroad that are joining us. We have been playing this for a couple weeks. This is what, episode 5 now, I think?
10 weeks.
Looks
I
like.
don't know. Whenever you say every other week game, I don't really like the way you make it sound like it's spelled WEAK.
Well, I don't know. That's maybe that's not my intention. And also, it's not my intention. What we do appreciate all of you guys joining us here. If you're stopping by to visit, we sure appreciate you following the channel and getting notifications whenever we go. You can find Nerd League Gaming on all the cool social outlets: Twitter, YouTube, whatever other
Instagram.
cool. So Instagram. We have an Instagram. No way. We have an Instagram.
We're on
thing?
Instagram now?
We've had an Instagram for a while.
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't think any of us use Instagram,
who's
and I'm the
managing
young
the
one.
Instagram account? Is
No,
anybody-
no, that's not
Chris.
true.
Oh,
I do.
Chris is totally
You're-
managing. Wow, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
You're the only
Matter
one
of
who
fact,
doesn't use
that
Instagram.
post for this game tonight was posted initially to Instagram and then reposted out to Facebook and Twitter.
Really, everybody uses Instagram.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't. But I'm not.
I don't.
I don't claim to be
I mean-
cool. So there's that.
Well, I
Accept
paint
that.
miniatures, so I post my miniatures on there.
Oh yeah, very cool, very
Fair.
cool. Well, cool. So we're even on Instagram now, man. That's fantastic. So great. So as of let's see, anybody got any personal stuff before we get into the game? Announcements, cool stuff. Thursday. Well, this week we have our game Thursday. Josh, you're running your game every Friday now.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so we'll touch those again when we're on the outro.
And then the alternating Tuesdays from this game is the Justice team playing through the Princes of the Apocalypse.
So we got 3 games.
I should do a totally
every
like
week.
Yeah, 3 games a week every week, but 4 games total.
Yeah. Hooray!
at least it's not a.
Well, with viewership numbers, it should be that.
I shouldn't be allowed a soundboard, but you guys are lucky I'm busy doing DM stuff, or else I'd be doing a lot more dorky soundboard stuff. All right. So with that said, let's get into the game. Who wants to give us the 2-minute recap of last session?
Josh does. Josh.
I did it last week.
Oh,
last
I know
2 weeks.
you did it so
Okay.
well. You should do it again this week.
Okay.
Did a great job.
So last session, let's see. After running my game for 2 weeks, I'm a bit hazy. We walked into the sewer compound that we left off in. Came across a dwarf and some other guy. We immediately killed the dwarf using a lantern. The other guy talked to us for a while. We opened a door.
To be the same guy who attacked Iagra in the Yawning Portal the first session.
Yeah. So we knew this guy from before. Not him. He didn't want to. We opened a door to a bathroom that had a big gray ooze in it. Killed the ooze. The dude ran away down the other door. We went and chased him, and we found the Zentarum hideout with. Was it the Zentarum leader? Was
No,
he the leader? Or
Xanathar
was he
hideout.
just
And
Xanathar?
not the Xanathar leader, because that would be Xanathar.
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense.
High up guy. there was him. There was Floon, the guy that attacked Yagra, and there was a mind flayer, right?
A mind flayer and a thought eater.
Yeah. So we did an exchange.
Taste great together.
Paid 100 gold for Floon. And that's kind of where we left off. We went back to the inn, met up with Volo. Not
Mhm.
Volo.
Yes.
Yeah, Volo, right?
Hello.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sorry, like I said, a little bit hazy, trying to get back into
Pretty
it.
solid recap so far.
Yeah. Doing great.
Maybe 2 out of 5.
And Volo didn't have our money, but instead
Great.
he offers the deed to a manor. We're going to meet up with him in the morning.
Trollskull Manor.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Well, he did mention the name. Actually, it came up.
Say that.
Oh, did he?
Yep, came up.
Don't ask me.
Right.
I don't know what's going on here. I'm just listening to you guys. Whatever you guys tell me happens. We'll just say that happens. That's easy.
And then we got 3rd level.
No, sorry. Nice try.
What you?
We found
Dang it.
worth
So close.
5,000 gold each.
Nope.
Those dragons are worth it.
Let's see. So, yeah, okay. So, so you guys are there, and he says, "All right." So you guys are sort of wrapping up the night, and as you guys are kind of having your final drink and wrapping things up here, I think you guys know him actually.
I like how he says our final drink at the beginning of the session.
Well, you know,
Chug a lug.
That's role playing.
No, what's role playing is me in real time being ripped to shreds by the players in my game, complaining that I have too OP stats when I made their stats too low.
Oh, because they're looking at your current character versus what they have.
Exactly.
Well, good. Hey, that means we have viewers. That's awesome.
We've got 7 people in here right now, and the chat is on
Yeah,
fire.
apparently, because you're so good at taking notes, you and I need to switch, and I'll be the sorcerer, and you'll be a pyromaniac bard.
I want to be a
instead.
sorcerer.
You know, as long as I get to keep the pyromaniac title, I suppose, but it's going to
You
be
just keep
kind of
setting
hard as a bard.
fires, not to our manor house, but just in general. And
I just really like how inclusive that recap was, and everything he said was, "We did this, we did all this," and so that was really sweet.
I mean, we are a team after all. There have been a couple
Excellent.
of bumps in the road, but
Excellent.
at the end of the day, we're a team going to
And we did these
kill
great
some
things,
trolls.
and we rescued
I don't know what's at Trollskull Manor.
We
Yeah.
rescued Floon, and now we've been gifted a haunted house.
I would have preferred the gold.
Yeah, everybody would. That's why.
Yeah, the house is fine. Don't you look at
The gold's probably inside the house. When we go inside the house, the gold is there.
Yeah.
Not,
until we have to pay the taxes on it.
it's not right for the plucking or anything.
So, yeah. So you guys are, kind of having this conversation, finishing up, and a guy sort of bumps into you, and he kind of drapes his arm over. The hell is your name, Elliot? Gale. Gosh,
Gale.
it's a long time to remember your name.
I try to keep the word short,
I appreciate
easily
it.
memorable.
I know 4 letters is a lot.
So
4
far,
letters
you
is
get
a
the
lot to
one
remember.
name we don't know.
So
It's right there with Roy in simplicity. You know, just Roy, Gale, Reginald P. Smythesworthy. You know,
The third.
the third.
So this guy who doesn't remember your name sort of kind of comes over and he leans on you heavily and he's like, you guys are a great team. Fantastic team. I saw the fight you had earlier. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I got to tell you. You know,
Oh yeah, that was earlier today.
where did my notes go? Time out.
The fight with Iagra and the swordsman in the yawning portal
And the troll.
And the troll.
and the troll and all that.
You know, that little thing.
That actually was
Sturgis.
earlier today.
Yeah.
Somebody died. We feel
All in,
bad.
all in a day's work.
There's still a blood stain on the floor.
It's still
Luckily,
a
it hasn't
troll
started
hole.
to stink yet.
Sorry. Hang on.
Just remember, the noise of the DM, it's the troll hole. Whenever anybody asks, it's not the pit, it's the troll hole.
Your mom's the troll.
What to a troll what?
Exactly.
Ed, you want to say what?
Sorry. Yeah, so he's you guys are a great team. I tell you, this town could use more help of people like yourselves, people who are helping people and doing good and and protecting people. That's the kind of stuff this town needs more of.
I agree.
I agree. You know, I
All right, we got a better player.
I know. Total upgrade. You know, I know an organization who could use some folks like that. Like yourselves, in fact. I know it's fact. Have you guys ever heard of the Lord's Alliance?
No.
No.
I'm
Yes.
pretty
Yes,
new
I have.
to
What do you
Yes, of course.
gangs.
What do you
Of
know
course,
about?
we've heard of the Lord's Alliance.
Yes. Well, what do you know about it, friends? He's leaning on
It's
you.
an alliance of lords.
Yes, Wes. Well, anyone and he looks at you, Gale. He's like, so is that as much as you know as well?
You know, it's a bunch of fancy people with fancy titles, and they're, making a big show for sure of doing all these great things. I mean, are you a lord? Are you a lord of the Lord's Alliance?
Me? No. I'm no lord. I'm just a patron here, making his way through life. A lonely patron, but fine. But I know of people like that, and let me tell you, friends, the Lord's Alliance is much more than just a bunch of lords prancing about. The Lord's Alliance actually protects these lands. Faerun owes a huge debt of gratitude to the Alliance of Lords, for these are people who help keep the law and keep those who would do evil to us and tear down the civilization that we have built. Lord's
Well, I
Alliance.
thought the Watchers did all that.
The who?
The Watchers.
The Watchers.
Yeah.
The City Watch? They're just here in Waterdeep. They're like, this is like one little city. The Lord's Alliance is huge. And he sort of smacks you.
So they're like the Harpers.
He knocks down the Harpers. Those. No. Harpers, they're sneaky agents. You can't trust those Harpers because you never know when they're going to backstab you or when they might not give you information that could save your friend from a certain demise. But
Are you feeling a little bitter? Are you having a bad day?
Do you not like
Here,
the
have a
Harpers?
drink on us.
that's a fair idea. A fair idea. I would think I will have a drink on you.
Have a drink on him. Have a drink on him.
Before you have a drink on him, I just want to make sure, because I'm a little hard of hearing. I'm really old, you know. Did you say Lord's Alliance or Lords of Lions?
Alliance. It's the alliance of lords around the realm who keep
So
the
no
peace.
What are the Lords of Lions?
Those-
I don't know, but I'm
I
really
turned-
interested in the Lords of Lions.
I kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of with Elroth on that. The Lords of Lions sounds cool.
Well,
Voltron,
Is your
the symbol.
organization as cool as the Lords of Lions?
Far cooler, friend. Far cooler. We are more than lions. We are. Well, okay, yes, fine. Look, and he sort of kind of seems to sober up a bit pretty quickly. He says, "Yeah, look, I don't do much more than hang out here and drink these days myself, but I know a group of fine fellows when I see them. Anyone who would enter a melee like that and heal someone getting ganged up on, well, that's not a bad person in my book, and we could use your help. In fact, I have a job for you if you would take it. And if you would like, I can introduce you into the Lord's Alliance, and you can be official members. And we can give you could do this job as a member of the Lord's Alliance. It's quite a prestigious title, or I suppose it's not a title so much. It's just a recognition. But we have cool secret handshakes.
I
Fancy,
do.
I
Like
do love
fancy
secret
titles.
handshakes.
Fancy titles.
Well,
Fancy people.
I mean, we have some type, but not titles so much. You'll really mostly just be members. Sorry.
Can we be members with titles? Like maybe we can be like a squad within the Lords of Lions known as the Lords of Lions.
Yeah. So sure. Fine. I suppose.
Let's get back to you with this one. How about we'll just give you that drink and we'll talk about it in the morning. It's been a rough day.
It has been a pretty rough evening for the Lords of Lions.
So, but you know what? Before we move on, let's enjoy this drink together. And I do have a question. Just what exactly are you asking from us?
What do you mean? What am I asking of you?
I mean, you said you have some work that you could use.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well,
So whether or not we choose to join and become Lords of Lions, we could perhaps just do a contract, a one-time contract, and just do a job that helps you out.
I suppose. Very well. All right. So the Dung Sweepers Guild. You've heard of the Dung Sweepers, I hope at least.
Thank God.
Assuming we haven't.
Thank goodness for them.
Thank God for the Dung Sweepers.
Yes, the
because
Dung Sweepers
Yes, the
Guild.
Dung Sweepers, obviously.
They keep the city clean. They pick up trash. They keep the city clean. They clean establishments. They do all of the cleanly stuff around the city, and so they are sort of caught in. Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's been an uptick in gang activity. There's these gangs around town, there's fighting. There's people being killed. Yes, it's terrible. And the Dung Sweepers.
We know nothing of gangs.
The Dung Sweepers are caught in the middle of this. And
those poor guys
yes, exactly. And we've promised them protection.
and ladies.
But there's a gap in our scheduling. And I could use the help of a robust group of people that could defend them while they do their work.
So we will be the Dung Defenders.
The Dung Defenders. Yeah. Well, the Dung Sweeper Defenders, actually.
Dung Sweeper Defenders.
That's
So
right.
Yeah, we're not
That's
going
a
to
lot
defend
of
the Dung. I think we were better off with the Lords of Lions.
Lords of
TBH.
Lions subtitle Defenders of the Dung Sweepers.
And then we could just go, "Meow."
Sure.
Thanks
The
for
Dung Sweepers,
language
though,
I
are
understand.
they a guild or are they another gang that's just stuck in the middle?
They're a guild. Like you guys, I mean, if you guys have been in Waterdeep, you know, like Waterdeep is full of many, many, many guilds. There are guilds for everything. There's a roofers guild. There's a wall makers guild. There's a jewelers guild. There's a food guild. There's an inn.
There's a magic users guild.
There is.
I wouldn't know anything about them.
Well, no, you absolutely would know about them. There is the order.
But
of
he does. He just doesn't.
Well,
I'm
you don't
just
know.
not a
acknowledge
part
that
of
he
them,
knows.
obviously, because I don't do
but
magic.
you still know
Because he doesn't
about
do
them.
magic, and therefore.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, so there are many guilds, and that's sort of a lot of how they work. Think of like unions, right? Labor unions. There's unions for any kind of job you can imagine that needs to get done in Waterdeep, and these are the guilds that, or apparently, this guy is trying to get you to help with sort of a protection of one of these the Dung Sweepers Guild. So, friends, what do you say?
What's in it for us, right? I think, other than the sick title, what do we get out of protecting the Dung Sweepers?
Well, see, the Lord's Alliance, we're good people to know. Of course, doing this quest will earn you some renown with the Lord's Alliance. And the Lord's Alliance, we have a lot of pull with organizations like, say, the City Watch. Should you find yourself in need of someone to vouch for you, we would be a good voice to have on your side.
Okay. So, like, if someone in our party, maybe like, I don't know, Gale, was secretly a magic user and got arrested because Gale wasn't a part of the Guild of Magic
Users.
Users.
Gale, I was like, yeah.
Then we would be able to get him out?
Perhaps. I mean, of course, if Gale can cast magic, then he would have to register with the Order of Magisters and Protectors, but
yeah, just making sure. Making sure.
There may be something we could do to vouch for such an upstanding citizen and loyal member of the Lord's Alliance.
Lords of Lions.
You know what? Since Gale is such a valued member of our team, and I kind of put a hand on his shoulder,
Ooh,
I'll do this for him.
Ah, shoot.
Just to get him out of jail.
You stay there.
Our opening credits just ran.
No, we
I
already
think
had
we
our
were just switching
credits.
screens.
There's that cool screen switch. I like showing that whenever I can because it's cool. Cool, man. Cool. Oh, no. Come back. Oh, man, I messed it up. All right. Wah! Nothing to see here, folks.
Well, I missed a little of that last conversation because I was checking my dog.
He was just saying, like, so friends, what do you say? Are you in?
What do you want us to do?
Protect the.
He wants.
Oh man,
How long is this job for? And how much does it pay?
So here's where the confusion is, friend. Is that we work in objectives, and this is more of you've given us I don't know, more of like a station and not an objective.
Well, the objective would be to protect the Dung Sweepers. It would be for a 10-day.
Yes, that's a station. That's something that you just continue to do. There's no actually clear definition of when you have succeeded in the definition. There's a clear definition of when you failed. Whenever a Dung Sweeper falls, gets killed, whatever, gets hurt, then you failed in your mission. But there's no definition of success in that mission. That's a terrible, terrible, terrible objective.
As I previously mentioned, perhaps when you weren't listening, this mission is
You were gone for this part.
A 10-day. You would fill in the gaps in our watch for a 10-day, at the end of which we would consider your service complete, and you would have the gratitude of the Lord's Alliance. I suppose I could pull a few coins together if need be to reward you for your time as well.
And a 10-day is a total time. How long are these shifts?
You could guess
24 hours?
Yeah,
a few hours here, a few hours there.
Oh, it would be well.
4 of us.
You would that would be up to Morton Till. You can find him at the Mule Skull Tavern on Ship Street. You can meet him there tomorrow, in fact, and he could work out whatever schedule you guys can run for this.
Is maybe the Mule Skull Tavern related to the Trollskull Manor in some way, since they're both skull?
Maybe. I'd never thought of that before.
Just random questions by Elroth. I'll continue sipping my ale.
You'll have to excuse him. That's his third ale.
Roy?
Yeah.
200 bits were donated to Elroth to do Lucky Ducky's fiery bidding.
What do you... What? Fiery bidding?
I might have said
apparently he sold his services to light any item of her choice on fire, and she took it.
What are you guys doing?
200 bits, and I'll light any item on fire.
Whoa! Hold on. The dungeon master is in control of the game. Okay, I am in charge. Don't you quit.
I'm just saying.
You are in charge, but when I leveled up to level 2, I got a nifty burning hands spell that I'm pretty
so you can do a fan of fire now.
Oh boy. Okay. All right.
Another 200 bits, and I use burning hands instead of a lantern.
Look.
So you can set any block on fire.
That's a wedge.
All right.
Well, yeah, but if you angle it at the right angle on a block, you can just hit a whole building with it.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Did you need
Master.
Our new mission is now to burn down Waterdeep. What?
Can I?
All right. How about this? You give me 10,000 gold, or I burn down your guild.
What?
The only game I had that had maybe some wheels, maybe any wheels whatsoever. There go the wheels. Buy wheels. See you.
Think of it as like a Walmart cart, right?
Oh, wait, she just gave him another 200.
For what? Well, he hasn't done anything yet. What are you doing?
No, this is so that he uses burning hands instead of a lantern when he's incinerating whatever she wants incinerated.
Think of this as a Walmart cart. You have 3 working wheels, but there's the one wheel in the corner that's going.
Yeah, so he's the cartoon of this game.
I feel like I should get a veto on this or something, like some kind of.
Like Alona is the cartoon of the Edgelords. Mm-hmm. He's our cartoon.
Oh, good.
Only he's on fire.
That's the best.
Well,
and I light everything touching me on fire. And everything in a 15-foot cone.
Elroth is now her fire bitch, as she says.
Oh boy. Okay.
The viewers have spoken.
Just pretend it never happened.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me put on. What would be some good? Let's see.
Oh, you're muted, Elliot.
Shh.
Yep, it's probably way better that way. I said some very clever things that I wish I could have taken back, and now it turns out I did.
500 bits for rocks to fall on a random party member. 44 bludgeoning damage. Dex save 15 for half damage.
So where are we supposed to meet?
Wow, these guys really don't like you guys, man. The edgelords really have it in for you guys.
The edgelords.
Haters gonna hate. They're just jealous.
Look, they're gonna have to get out. They're gonna have to get out of the yawning portal before anything else can happen.
Yeah.
That's my requirement.
We'd like to at least get our long rest.
So apparently,
at least let us rest.
No, there's some mule skull or mule kick, donkey punch alley.
Donkey Kong Tavern?
Yeah. Thank God he didn't know the reference. Poor kid.
All right. So Jallister sort of sees you off and looks at it and thinks, what have I done? What?
Are you sure that's not a Hallister?
Yes.
No, it's Jallister. It actually says it on his portrait.
Or is
What
with
was
a
the name of the
Y?
place, Roy? Just to make sure that I get it noted in my log.
Yallister?
The
Or Hallister?
Mule
Mule
Skull
Skull
Tavern.
Mule Skull Tavern.
Yes.
Trollskull.
He mentioned that it is where? Oh, it's on Ship Street.
Ship Street.
Ship Street.
Man, I gotta pull up the map.
Put
of
it
Water-
on your
Is that in
public
the dock
notes,
ward?
please, Raj.
I wonder, are you
the-
gonna share the map of Waterdeep for our viewers, or are you just gonna let us pull it
You know
up?
what? I'm gonna put that on my to-do list. A sized
You're
map of
welcome.
Waterdeep that is viewable because
in good quality.
yeah, the
All
only
right.
map of Waterdeep I have is this gigantic, huge.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it. It's a nice map.
No, not that
So we're
guy.
going to where the ship, something or other.
Ship Street to find the Mule Skull Tavern.
Why aren't we
Well,
gonna go
tonight
meet
you're going to
and
bed.
get our deed in
We want
the
to go
morning?
see the Trollskull Manor after
Yeah.
we rest.
We're gonna rest and go to Trollskull Manor first.
All right, so
So we're
we're
going
going
to
Ship
the
Street
manor,
later,
and we're
Or
going to deal with the ghosts.
We can split the party.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's a good
Exactly.
idea.
Why
right,
would
so-
we go work for 10 days for an unknown amount of time?
So
With the
I
split
kinda-
party.
Yeah, I think that the Trollskull Manor is something that's. I think it's more immediately important to us, and I also think it's more immediately hazardous to us. I don't know.
I agree. I
So-
think it could be good to get that as well. to use as sort of a
doubly the
base of
reason why we're
operations.
going there in the morning.
Yeah, sure. So we're gonna go. In the meantime, we've all got paintings hanging on the wall in one Reginald P. Smythesworthy III's room, and I think we should go get a little shut eye. Oh, it's in Imani's room.
Yeah, it's in Amani's room.
Okay.
Can I do a long
Anyway,
rest now?
Actually, I go collect my painting.
Feel free. Maybe
Before
we should
I-
talk to
before I go
Uncle
home?
Lucky about trading these in for some usable cash, unless you just want the paintings.
Our DM is about to shove an ice pick through his left eye.
Just to the side and kind of up.
We got 500 more bits for me to go and track down a widow, befriend her, and then when she trusts me the most, burn her house down.
Wait, what? You've got
I have to
bad friends.
befriend
All right,
a
so
widow.
wait.
This is future
This
stuff.
is this
Planning
is
in
a
the
hero's
future.
Yeah,
party
future
now.
evil stuff.
We're
Listen,
not.
I
we're
need
not-
to find a widow to be friends with, right? None of the burning the house down. I just need to be friends with a widow. I need to make her feel safe and secure in this world because her husband is
You know,
gone.
you just winked at everybody, right?
I'm not gonna burn her house down.
Right. You're winking again. This is like the people
Do you
who just
have-
go right out of
do you have
right
pink
off
eye?
the side and then start whispering
I've got-
loud enough
I've got
that
an
everybody
infection.
can hear. Have you ever seen Josie and the Pussycats, the movie?
No.
I don't.
It's awesome.
Okay, so
So we're heading to
luckily-
Trollskull Tavern.
No, we're going to go sleep. We're going to sleep,
That.
and we're going to meet at Trollskull Manor.
Manor.
Well,
Sorry.
so
Do we know where that is?
We do. We were given directions to Trollskull
Okay.
Manor.
Just making sure.
All right, so for right now, we are sleeping here at the inn of the
Yes.
Yawning Portal.
Well, you are.
I am.
I'm not.
Well, I mean, I don't have
Where
to.
are you going?
I could go to a home.
Going home. I
Oh,
live here.
We all live here, actually.
Oh yeah, I could go home.
I have a room here.
So
Well, I don't live here. I live in my house.
All
I'll
right.
see you guys later.
Yeah.
So where are we
I'll go
meeting in
home.
the morning? We're all going to rest, and where are we meeting in the morning?
The Yawning Portal.
Trollskull Manor.
You
That's
want to
why
meet at
I
the manor?
That's why I asked. I don't think we should meet
Eh.
at Trollskull Manor. I think we should. meet-
But
This is easy. So, you guys go to bed, and you
Uh-huh.
long rest. Hold on.
okay.
Long rest. Boom! Long rest. How you like that, guys?
How you
Can
like
I-
it now?
I like it a lot.
In the
Can I
morning.
ask if I can say hello to my neighbor Marge, the elderly widow that lives beneath me in my apartment?
We actually No,
This is canonically in my character doc. I am not making this up.
Hold on, I remember this. Hold on.
Marge, his neighbor, who's a widow. And
She always gives me bread when I pass by.
And he's gonna set her shit on fire.
Apparently,
No,
he's gonna set
I'm
his
not. I'm
own
gonna
house on
befriend her,
fire.
considering I already have befriended her.
Actually,
She's been a friend of mine for years.
Her name is Gertrude, according to your background.
Oh, Gertrude, my bad.
That's right. The kind old lady who's your neighbor always says good morning, is always trying to give you some fresh baked bread she made.
And you're gonna burn her house to the ground.
I'm not gonna burn her house down because her house is right next to my house. Why would I do that?
Because
you're gonna get a brand new manor.
Oh, Jake. Oh, Jake. What have you done? Oh, man. All right. Hey, if it's a binding contract, it's a binding contract. All right. Yeah, you say hi to her. And,
Wait, do I have insurance on this apartment? Can I
had a widow lined up.
burned down? Would I get an insurance payout?
So at this time of night, she's actually asleep. So you'd have to wake her up in order to say goodbye.
I'm gonna go to the her little flower garden that she has and just pick a flower, and I'm gonna just place it on her doorstep with a little note.
So you murdered one of her own flowers as like a foreshadowing that you're gonna murder her.
It's a prelude.
Sure.
Yeah. Actually, she doesn't have to be in the house. Matter of fact, it's probably better if she's not, because then she gets to suffer even more.
Burning her house down right now. I'm sleeping here for at least one more night.
All right.
Not right now.
Foreshadowing. I just killed one of your flowers.
But I'm just gonna put a flower on her doorstep.
But just think of it this way.
Good morning, Gertrude, for when she wakes up.
But just think of it this way: you can kill 2 bits with 1 stone by using burning hands to burn her house down. Well, actually, that would be up
Another
to
day.
Lucky Ducky, because
Yeah, she has to tell me what to burn down. The house burning down is now going to happen. Will it be Gertrude's house? Will it be another widow that we find along the way? Who knows?
So many widows, so little time.
I'm gonna have to start
You'll
a
be
fire
swimming
proofers
in
guild.
widows.
Do the bits from Lucky Ducky only apply to this stream? Because I think it's been made clear that the ones for the 500 bits to burn the house down are now a campaign.
It's for this game. It's for this game.
I have a strong feeling I don't have enough wine for tonight's game.
Yeah, no, it's a game, right? So it's like inspiration. If they give you inspiration, if you don't use it this session, it carries over to next session. So,
Okay.
Yeah,
So just at any point in the future, they can just be like, "That's the target."
I guess so.
All right, let's do it.
Even if it's a money.
Who am I?
Could be a contract.
We don't know.
Who am I to say what happens in the game? Huh?
Could be a money
I
while we're in
choose
combat.
Gale's pelt.
Whoa. You know, a pelt is after you've taken it off my skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the 4 damage from the burning flaming rocks, that should be hard.
Yeah, this is not going to go well. We're trying to gel as a team, not play one another so that we can burn down our neighbor's house.
Well, we gotta.
It could be a different widow.
We have to accommodate our fans.
Yeah.
All right.
That's Trump's philosophy.
The camera opens on scene as you guys find yourselves in the north ward of town, in front of this beautiful.
That is really close to my house. I didn't have to walk as far as y'all.
Yeah, that's actually where I live, so easy.
This beautiful location. Oops.
Looking for a pin.
Change the music. Yes, so this is in an alley, and Waterdeep has a lot of these types of alleys, right? So it's an alley where there's several storefronts, and there's only a couple of entrances into this area where the houses and stores and such block off most of the other ways. So there's sort of a streets that go parallel to the alleyway, and there's a couple of entrances that go into the alley. In fact, I guess I have probably a picture of that, right? Or some kind of... Yeah, this is fine. This is a Grognard map. That's all you guys deserve.
That's all we deserve.
Yeah. So there's this alleyway here. And this guy kind of right here in the middle that's got the parapet on it is where, in front of that is where Volo is standing.
I give him a wave.
As you guys arrive there in the morning. And he sees you and he's like, friends, you've made it. I was worried you wouldn't. Very well,
Where's
very
he
well.
standing?
He is in front of this house. I don't have him in the picture. Just imagine him in the picture.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah, he's right there.
Yeah,
up,
see?
Volo?
He's in the picture. He's tiny.
Yeah, Trollskull Alley, Trollskull Manor. He's in Manor. Got it.
That's right. And so he greets you and he's like, friends, well, welcome. Glad you can make it. I knew you would. Who would pass up this chance of a lifetime here, friends? Landowners?
I know, right?
That's you now.
Yeah,
Landowners.
We already had houses.
I already have a house, but this place is way bigger.
Yeah.
Way more square footage. I can probably put
I didn't own my house.
couches in here.
I'm not
This is
rich.
You guys
This
own
is
houses?
I
larger.
wasn't rich. Now I have a house.
I'm not
This is
convinced.
larger than mine.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
For sure. This is.
I don't know any of you guys
This is-
actually owned a house.
Well, I live in the field ward, so I own a house in one of the shittiest parts of town.
Well, that's not a house. That's more like a hovel, maybe a lean-to.
Yeah.
Say,
Hooverville.
Don't judge. Look, I don't like your judgment. It's home to me.
I'm
Yeah,
with you.
that's
Look, I
why
think
you were
it's-
willing to help the Shit Stirrers Guild or whatever it was.
Done.
No, the Lords of Lions.
Lords of
No,
Lions.
that's us.
I think I was pretty derogatory to them, actually.
You're pretty derogatory to everybody. It's
You
your
know,
way.
That's not in my character sheet. My character says I'm polite and respectful to everyone.
There you go. See?
Yeah. You should
got-
update your character sheet.
You just need to read the notes better. you just need to read the notes better.
Your role playing lacks conviction, young Padawan.
All right. So,
Oh wow, we're right by a library.
Yeah. So with you guys, they
Oh,
I still
how
haven't found us on that map.
or with Volo, there is a tiefling, and she is there, and she's got a briefcase or a satchel, and
Those are so sexy.
yeah. And he says, "Well, so friends, there's little to do here. I've already got the deed drawn up. All we have to do is each sign it, and then my friend here shall notarize it, and we'll be good to go. You will be the owners of this land." And she
Is your
says,
friend here a verified
And we should call
notary?
this land land.
"And this land
A
is your
better
land."
question: what is it going to cost us to own this land?
A good question, she speaks up. The transfer fee for this property shall be 75 dragons.
Oh, we don't have that.
Here we do.
Yeah, we were
Okay.
supposed to. We were
Y'all-
supposed to have 100 dragons each from Volo
Yeah,
here,
see,
but
we
instead he's
we were
giving us
promised
this
that.
property.
Yeah, we were promised 75. We were promised plenty of dragons. But
So
we
Volo,
actually-
you should pay the
actually-
transaction fee.
We actually weren't paid dragons.
Yeah. So
We were not
we're
paid
broke.
dragons.
This house is our payment. So Volo, I think it's your turn to step up and pay the transition fee.
Friends, I'm giving you a manor house, in fact.
You're making us buy it.
No, you're not buying it. I'm giving it to you freely. I cannot help it if the city wants to charge you some sort of fees to own this place. That's between you and Waterdeep, not between
Did
you
you
and
see
me,
that
friends.
tower?
So
Are there any other fees on this place?
Are there any
that the city is
caveats,
owed?
quid pro quos, or anything? Like, is there any sort of?
Oh, there's a pretty quo.
Let's just call it bribery. Let's just say bribery.
Are there any admonitions you might need to give us before we enter into a quote free house?
Oh, well, I mean, so some people call this a haunted house, which I hope is true because I am actually collecting research for my new book. And if you could tell me anything you find out, anything, friends, out of the ordinary, especially anything to do with the supernatural,
What, you'll pay us?
I will put you in my book. I'll put you in my book. I
Oh,
will
that was
cite
a really
you-
good one, Reginald.
I'll cite you as a source in my next book.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right.
That's not bad.
Well, you'll.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I mean, lots of people read Volo's books.
Oh, they do
I mean,
indeed.
honestly, yeah,
and when you
that's
find
true.
your name in Volo's Guide to Spirits and Specters, you'll be glad you did,
Fair,
friends.
especially a member of the Lords of Lions.
Lords of Lions. Interesting. Is that in relation to the Lords of Lions?
Nope.
Nope, not at all.
Not yet.
Original.
Completely ours.
It's
copyrighted.
We're missing one
Actually,
line.
wait.
Any similarities are.
We might need your help on that, madam. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I am. What the hell's my name?
In fact,
Big booty.
Tiefling.
in
Kylan.
fact,
Jeez, I was here.
Volo.
Kylan.
In fact, Volo, if you could somehow, since you are considered by many a scholar of all things, if you could somehow point out that the Lords of Lions was so completely independent of the Lords Alliance in your writings, that would probably clear up a lot of confusion that we've encountered many times.
Yeah.
Many times.
Actually, just invoking the name should cost 75 dragons for whoever says it and tries to associate it with the Lord's Alliance.
Well, I don't know
Yes.
about a penalty, but nonetheless, I mean, you can see how common the mistake was. You made it yourself. Like,
Yeah.
it's like it's a common mistake that more people should know otherwise.
Well, it's
I'll
just,
pay the
it's just-
tiefling.
It's just that I've never heard of this Lords of Lions, and the Lords of Lions, of course, is a very famous organization around Faerun. So
Because they pretty much do toot their own horn quite a lot, and they're pretty braggadocious. So
you
yes,
just walk up to people in bars and like, hey,
They're like,
have you heard of the Lords Alliance?
Hey, of course you've heard of the Lords Alliance. We were a bunch of fancy lords with a bunch of fancy titles, and we do a bunch of fancy
And a
things.
bunch of fancy alliance.
We work on the down low. Like, I mean, you came to us and hired us without ever knowing who we are,
Kind of a different
knowing
story
who we were,
altogether.
and we did the job. We did everything we had to
Totally
do
different.
correctly, and like we never even bragged that we were the Lords of Lions. You're just finding out about this because it's not. We don't toot our own horn.
And that
we
is
just
why
we
you're
know
the famous
that we're
author.
better than them.
You're the famous
let that
author
speak for
because
itself.
you uncovered details that other people didn't know, and you publicized them.
Bolo and
so
the Tiefling sort of share a look, and they're like,
we kind of think you're the right guy.
I'm sorry. My friend was talking over it when you told me your name. What was your name again?
you can call me Kylan.
Kylan?
Yes.
Hi,
Kylan
I'm Reginald P. Smyesworthy III. Write that down.
That's great. You'll be one of the owners of this, I assume.
Yes, that's why I was saying you should
All
write
right.
it down.
Can you spell that for me, please? I want to be sure I
It's
transcribe it correctly.
spell it like it sounds.
It's raw, Ginald.
Roginald. The letter P with a period after it. SMYTHESWORTHY. Capital I, capital I, capital I.
Hey, Raji, I know that your middle name starts with a P, but what does that P stand for?
You
It's the
had,
letter
And
P.
who
you
else?
had to ask.
Just P?
Who else? Yes, you. She looks at Imani and goes, yes. Whoa. Thank you. She takes the gold and puts it in her satchel, and she says, "And your name is spelled how exactly?"
Imani, Imani. Deller, Deller.
Got you. All right. Very well. Very well. And your name, sir, turning to the tabaxi.
Well, mostly I just go by Gale, Gale. However, since this is a legal document, I also use the surname Windfinder.
Very good. Very good. And you, sir?
Oh, just Elroth.
And-
ELROTH.
Yes. And
That's it.
family name?
Oh, there is none. Don't worry. Everyone around these parts, they know me well.
I don't know you.
Well, they do.
Are you from around these parts?
Very well. I don't have time for this. Volo, if you would sign here. And he signs. He says, and she signs, and she pulls out the seal. And
Yeah.
stamps it.
Now, Amani, don't think that this means that you own the whole place. Just because you paid the 75 dragons.
Can I see
I'm looking
your
at
notary license? I just want to make sure you're verified so that this isn't a scam.
She dries the ink and she rolls this and puts it into a tube and she hands it to you. Congratulations, you are now the owners of this property as far as the city of Waterdeep is concerned. From henceforth, this shall be known as your abode, your place, yours.
Do you do copyrights?
Copy what?
Copyrights.
Copyrights.
What is a
You heard
copyright?
him.
Like, if Volo writes a book, do you somehow vouch that nobody else can publish a copy of Volo's book except Volo?
Like if I stole his writings and said that I wrote
Or
them,
his name.
right, is there any
like the
protection
Lords of
against that?
Lions.
Well, that would be a lie. And Volo said, "What? Anyone who says they have wrote my writing was have me to deal with."
It's just an example. Chill.
No, I don't understand this question. I am done. I am late for my next appointment. It has been interesting to meet you all. Good farewell.
I'll offer you 2 dragons to stay and talk with us.
She looks over her shoulder, puts her sling over, and she walks off.
3?
Volo scratches his says, "Well, friends, that was something. You're an interesting lot. I'll tell you this."
That's true. We are.
Can't to wait to see how you print us.
I kind of put my hands on my hips and I pose as if I'm like waiting for him to draw me for the book.
I'm not sure that I'm well. Let's see what you give me worth putting in the book first. Then we'll talk about you getting you in there. How about that?
I mean, we already found Floon for you, so I mean,
since
that's
we
pretty
already-
book worthy.
Since we already know that we are going to give you many great stories, then that's fine. Like, you know.
They call me Elroth, the Great Story Maker.
So you guys open the door to Trollskull Manor. In fact, you have to actually take a couple of boards off the door. The board's actually been boarded up to keep people out. The windows are boarded.
Hey,
the doors
look.
are boarded.
It came with extra wood.
We can build another floor.
Divvy party treasure. You have party treasure?
3 planks of
Yeah,
rotten
so I can take the 75 out from my share of it.
Wow, you
Is
guys
this
do
wood
have party
flammable?
treasure.
Can I add it to my collection?
Oh, you know you didn't take it out of the party treasure, huh?
No, I'm having the DM divvy the party treasure so I can.
Oh, I
Hang on,
see.
why isn't this working?
Oh, that's so completely honest and accountant like of you.
All right, this is weird. This is not. Hold on.
We each get 137.5.
Oh, I haven't added you guys. Here we go. Hold on.
He's like, yep. I'm good with just having 62.5 left.
There we go. Oh, that doesn't seem right. Oh no, that is right. Gail, how do you have so much gold? Good lord. You guys
Because
are
I don't
rich.
spend it like these other assholes.
But you guys haven't
I've
made
got a
any
lot
gold.
too. Hold on, I've actually got. I need to put mine together.
Wow, you guys have a lot
You
of
put it-
gold. Dang, man.
You put it on my party sheet already?
Yeah, man. I don't mess around, dude. Fantasy grounds,
Oh,
baby.
man.
What?
Best DM ever.
Duh.
And nobody else has said that to you, so I should get inspiration.
Yeah, nice try.
Obviously,
Obviously. Oh, speaking of inspiration, do you guys have inspiration?
I do.
I know. I have a
No.
empty,
Well,
I have an empty
Elroth should
check
have
mark for it.
like 3 points of inspiration now.
Yeah.
I have. So far, I came into this session with 1 point of inspiration for the Goblin WWE session.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't
now
know if the
have
500
2
bits
patrons bidding on me to be the fire bitch.
Yeah, but that's not. All right, so everyone give yourself a point of inspiration. Alroth,
I only
put you
have
at 2.
one.
You have one
only have-
currently?
I only have one slot. Like, no, I
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
We only have 1 slot.
Well, then that's all you need because that's all you've got is one inspiration.
I have one
Then
right
you
now.
say I have 2.
I am
I need,
all
if you give me
full-
another one, then I'll have 2.
I am fully inspired.
Hang on. Wait, did I give you that? Is that the inspiration I gave you for acquiring
empty
Trollskull
circle.
Manor?
It was an
No.
empty circle. You gave me
Okay.
an empty circle.
Where's the inspiration set it in here? Inspiration. I know it's in here somewhere. Inspiration.
I got inspiration in like the second session.
Yeah.
You haven't used it
Episode
yet?
2.
So did I, but I never used it.
All right,
Poor
there you go.
lucky.
Nor did
ducky.
I.
All right, so Reginald, you are currently at 2 inspiration.
That is correct.
All right, make sure you guys check the streams. That's going to be our official inspiration as well. Gail, you have 1. Imani's 1. Elroth is 2.
I mean,
Correct?
I didn't get any inspiration
Yes.
for pissing off the whole party last time.
You don't get inspiration for pissing off party members, no.
I mean, that was some severe role playing.
It's great.
It was.
That's great. Well,
Me and him had some
maybe
great
if you could
roleplay
inspire
together.
our fans to send you inspiration, then you can have inspiration.
Since I had
It's true.
2 people basically hire me as a contract killer, can I have an extra 2 inspiration?
All right, so as you guys knock aside the boards and you head into the door, you step into this.
Island.
Lucky Ducky gave Gale inspiration for 200 bits.
What are you doing?
For pissing off the party last time.
It's working.
Oh my!
I just rolled a nat 20 on my charisma check, I think.
I'm gonna seriously have to
Thanks,
start.
Lucky Ducky.
I'm gonna have to implement a DM veto inspiration something at some point. This is ridiculous.
Fine, but not yet.
So far this
So you
session,
just thought you were under
All right,
control.
all right,
So
I'm
far
taking
this
This
I've
I'm
got
taking
inspiration for pissing
from,
the party off.
Lucky Ducky.
I've got at will burn down a thing, and now we've got to go burn down the house of a grieving widow. What is this? This is the
But
hero
she-
game.
It
You have
didn't
to
say
befriend her
grieving
first.
widow. It just said a widow which I have befriended and at her point of trusting me most.
She has to be a widow and a witch.
No.
I heard widow witch.
A widow which
That-
has befriended me.
I gotta be honest. That raises the stakes.
Okay,
It makes it more worth the inspiration.
That makes it more good. It's not as evil if I'm burning down a witch's house.
And it's more challenging. Oh wait, the DM would like to be in control for.
Sorry,
a
we're
second.
actually trying to play D&D again.
Can we
Oops.
just give the DM a little bit of storytelling power?
no, it's okay.
No, he told us we were in control.
we progressed like 2 minutes of story. It's like
Yeah,
Can't
but
the
we
door
made like
tell the spirits to
1,100
get
That's
out?
the Edgelord's plan to keep us.
You said you
stifled.
wanted this to be like a sandbox, and we are raking the shit up.
We've gotten 1,100 bits for walking to bed and then walking to a house.
To be fair, that's a strong claim to fame.
And to be fair, I've already given the Edgelords 919 bits by myself. So
I need to go throw them some bits. Alona, I'm officially donating 400 bits to you the next time that y'all play.
all right, look, I'm gonna
that's Thursday.
I'm gonna go have a drink. You guys text me whenever y'all are ready to
I'm ready.
continue the
I
game.
want to
We're
hear
ready.
about this
We're ready.
manor.
Like I'll be at the bar. I'll be like 5 minutes away. Just give me a little 5-minute notice. I'll come back.
No. It's too early for intermission.
All right.
Hang in there. You got this.
All right, so you guys do. You got open this door and you step in, and this is a. I have a map for this.
Map.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Speaking of which, I thought about that before. You know, Dora's map is just her phone with Google Maps on it.
Probably, yeah. So this is a. I'll give you a map in a minute. So you open the door, opens into what is or was a tavern type scene. There is a bar area, and then there is trash all about. There is rotted furniture, useless things that are maybe chairs or at least used to be chairs. Tables that are in here that are knocked over. There's one table that is mostly upright, but even that looks like it's in bad shape. This entire place is just a trash heap, basically.
This
You said it was like once a
perfect
tavern?
for us.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
like this is the
Awesome!
bottom floor here.
I got
like,
mending.
this bottom
This
floor
really-
here.
I
is
know, right?
Obviously,
This
So
really
can I
feels
like
like-
roll perception to see if there's any good alcohol left in here?
there's nothing in here. Like there's nothing. The only thing in here that's even standing at all really is the bar. The bar itself seems to have been made
That's where the alcohol
some
would
sort
be,
of-
to be fair.
solid oak wood. Yeah, so you guys can kind of basically come in here and start exploring around.
What time? It's morning, right?
That's right. So it's morning, and you guys explore around. So it turns out this is a 4-story manor. Let me go ahead and share this map, and you guys
We're
can
big
see
ballers.
Yeah. So this is actually a 4-story manor. That is Trollskull. Well, that is Trollskull Manor.
I guess the bottom left,
and tavern.
Bottom left is actually the entryway.
That's
where
the
we're
first
coming
floor.
in.
That's right. And then, hang on. I also have a. Let me give you guys a.
Can we draw some like arrows? Like, this is where we're entering.
Yes, that's it. Well, you just did a great job of it.
Yeah.
So
Here, I'm also going to share this. This is a little easier to look at. This is like a map that's got some references, like sort of the layout as kind of like what it was meant to be when it was created.
the pretty version.
Right. Well, but this is just like the bare thing. So you can kind of see here that you guys kind of come into the area that's the tap room. So this is a floor plan that I'm showing you on the right, just for the sake of like, I want to go here, I want to go there. I don't want to do this like a dungeon. I want to just say this is your place. This is the place. It's empty. And we can say that you guys basically you guys spend this day. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into a downtime type routine, right? So we're gonna do this via downtime. You guys are free to do anything you want with this establishment. Right now, you can tell me what you want to do. But I would like to give you guys some downtime. So any downtime we do, we're going to do in periods of 10 days. 10 days is a week here in, well, it's a Waterdeep. Look, it's downtime. So, it's you don't, the whole adventure doesn't have to take place within 6 days, right? This is a thing where you guys can actually do things, and you don't have to spend every single minute of every single day doing something. If you guys want to, I don't know, pursue goals, pursue standard downtime activities, you can renovate this place. There's a lot that you guys can do that's just going to take some time. And I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, we've got to, plan on
How is that going to play into the work for the Lawrence? If we chose to do that, which we probably should, especially considering how much work this place needs.
Yeah, well, that's up to you guys. I mean, if you guys want to do that mission for the Lord's Alliance, then you're going to have to go meet that guy who's going to be your scheduler.
Right.
If, you don't have a lot of details about that right now, right? So if you guys want to renovate this place, it's going to cost some gold because this place needs a lot of work.
Right.
Lot of work.
Sorry. I would very much like to take some downtime because I have some items that I'd like to try and get. And I think as far as this place is concerned, we shouldn't invest like all that we have into fixing it up yet. I think we should like fix up this tavern room, right? Like the bar and the tavern part of it. And we should fix up like one bedroom for each of us. And then we can like open it up to business and actually have some revenue coming in for us to fix up the rest of it. But like, especially I have a grocery list that I want to go get.
Well, it's nice, but I mean, in order to do any of these renovations, we should take that job, and it'll garner us some goodwill with the Lord's Alliance.
Well, how much gold do we have between the four
even if we
of us?
don't join the Lord's Alliance?
You have your gold. Look on.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like cumulatively, like how much gold do we all have that we could put towards renovating this place?
Nobody knows.
I know.
Yes.
You're not part of the party, DM.
So,
DM question: What is recoverable out of this place? We have mending spells and stuff like that, which will restore stuff to its normal place.
Well, mending fixes like tears and breaks and stuff like that. If something's destroyed, mending's not going to fix it.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, you could probably salvage the bar itself is in pretty decent shape. You could definitely get that back into a good position.
Well, that's too big for mending.
There's that. But... Well, you could like do part of it.
Right. We can fix it up.
Yeah, the bar is something that's recoverable. There's that long table in there. It seems recoverable, but the rest of the stuff is just dead. Like even the beds in places, they're just falling apart. The straw's completely rotted out. There's very, very little in here. Really, nothing in here that you see that's much recoverable outside of this bar area.
Let me ask. So we're exploring this place. Is there like, so our general skepticism would drag this out beyond our recognition to have us go through this place like it's a dungeon.
Yeah.
Together.
I imagine the first day you guys will basically spend the day wandering around, discovering things.
Except for where we're going to meet
magic.
the people.
Yeah, so you find no magic anywhere in here. Actually, that's not true.
Me.
And detect evil.
This place does radiate. This place does radiate a. There's a slight vibe of necromantic magic, like all through the house, actually.
Yeah, maybe it is haunted.
And there is a place. Detect magic, eh? There is a place. Oh man, where is the?
I like the music that we have for this.
Doo-doo-doo. Yeah.
No. Yeah, there's just this sort of vague vibe of necromantic magic kind of in this area. The air, the house itself sort of vaguely glues with a necromantic magic.
So guys, I was a business person myself, had my own business. It was sadly burned down. Still trying to find the culprit of that. Still trying to find James. A couple of different things on my checklist. But the point of this is that
look inward.
What if we like lean into this necromancy thing going on, right? Like this place is obviously pretty spooky. There's something going on here. What if instead of cleansing it, we like fix everything up a little bit and make it like a spooky vibe tavern that people can come to and can like get some drinks at, but it's got like a haunted house feel to it.
Yeah. Hey Roy, what do I know about the history of Trollskull Manor being a bard?
Oh boy. Make me a lore check, man. Let's see what you know.
Thanks.
Which we should have done before we bought it.
Ah, fun is that? Oh, okay. So a couple things you need to know while he's thinking
I wasn't
going to
offer it.
So upstairs, the topmost floor is actually reeks of mildew. Apparently the roof, the top roof is badly leaking, and the whole top floor is sort of mildewy and gross. The third floor, not as bad, but still kind of getting pretty stinky. So there's definitely some stuff going on up there in the attic area, and it's sort of bringing itself down into the third floor. As you're who is
So what's leaking into the third floor?
The top floor, the roof is apparently leaking badly. The top floor, which is like the attic area, is like all mildewy and gross, and that water, that seepage, that mildew is sort of creeping down in the process of kind of creeping down into the third floor. You notice all this. In fact, as you're going up as you're headed down the stairs from the third floor, Gale, I need you to make me a dex save.
Okay, good. I was hoping to need to do that.
Hey, Roy, I rolled a
7
save instead of an ability check, but it's the same. But I'm going to use inspiration anyway because I only rolled a 7.
I rolled a 19 for my dex save.
Okay, you are good. As you slip on a small puddle of water is sort of there as you're stepping that you didn't notice when you were coming up here, but maybe it must have accumulated somewhere from the dampness or something as you're headed back down the stairs. And you slip for a second, but easily catch your footing and grab a hand on the rail. Reginald, you said you're using inspiration?
I am.
Okay. I'll buy it.
So a 16.
You don't know too. I mean, you've heard of Trollskull Manor, and it is supposedly an old building. In fact, one of the older buildings in all of Waterdeep. You haven't heard many stories about it, but you know that it's an old building that's been here for a very, very long time. Even before like the city proper, this was a place, a land, and it used to be a much bigger land. But over the years, that land has all been sort of parceled out or sold out to different entities. So now only the main manor house remains. But once upon a time, this was a sprawling area that was controlled by this manor house.
Oh, okay. I relay that to the party.
Okay.
You think maybe there's a graveyard nearby, and that's why
And I
it's
turn
haunted?
around and I look at a little, puddle or whatever I slipped on, because with my cat-like balance and dexterity, I looked and I thought, what caused me to nearly fall? That was a kind of an insult to my pride. And so I look back and I want to study it a little bit.
This little puddle of water.
This little puddle of water. I think it's got to be something because seriously, I slipped on a puddle of water.
Yeah, it's
that
weird.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so you sort of like go downstairs and you kind of look and you're like peer into this puddle of water, and all of a sudden the puddle splashes, and you have water in your eye. You're covered with bits of this water, this smelly sort of mildewy water, as if something had landed in the puddle and splashed it all about you. You're like,
Yeah. All right. So I growl and hiss loudly. I hope everybody hears.
you guys hear this loud meow.
Dang, did we forget to pet you today?
No, I run over there in case it's something, because it could be squatters. So I'm going to run over there.
What is a squatter? Is that just like a guy that squats into puddles?
Yeah, you guys head up the stairs, and it's basically
you really don't know what a
Gale
squatter
sort of
is?
hissing and growling at the top of the staircase.
Does Imani still have detect evil and detect magic up?
If he wants it, sure.
A squatter is
He
a
can
person
have one or
who
the other, I guess. But
lives in derelict buildings. They squat there. Just FYI.
So it's literally just a guy who squats in puddles.
No, not in puddles, but like a person who lives in derelict houses is called a
And
squatter.
could squat in puddles.
They could squat in puddles. They could squat and make puddles.
Typically, that's how it comes around. But
Mr.
whatever.
DM,
yeah, man.
how much would a cleaning crew cost for this house?
That is a good question. So, cleaning the house probably wouldn't cost too much. You know who you would
He
contact?
means spiritual cleaning.
You know who you would contact about that?
Probably the guys that we've been
Probably
hired to
Dung
protect at this
The
point.
Dung Sweepers Guild. That's right.
That's what that's part of?
Dung Sweepers Guild cleans establishments. They take out trash. If it's a cleaning chore in the city, the Dung Sweepers Guild is in charge of it.
I think he means spiritual cleaning.
Spiritual
No,
cleaning
that
is
I
different.
just go to my temple.
Yeah, that's your temple.
Yeah, no, we just want to clean it.
Okay.
I think we could somehow solve two items at once. I think we could perhaps go and meet Melroth the Toad over at Sheep Fuckers Alley, and then go and get some dung sweepers. We'll protect them while they clean our house.
I think our main problem is that there's 4 bedrooms and 4 of us, and I already laid claim to the master bedroom, so the rest are up to y'all.
How did you do that?
I just did, like just now. And I go
I
and I
laid
run
claim to
upstairs
the whole
and I lock
basement,
myself in the master bedroom.
I want the basement. All right, Uncle Fester. It's all yours.
I'll take the basement. That's where the wine cellar and ale cellar are.
It is, in fact, yeah.
That's actually a man after my own heart. I certainly wasn't after the master bedroom for the same reason.
But
I,
that
but
also
But I got a
fits into
bathroom
my
and I'm next to
backstory,
the
too.
library.
But I think it's
well,
really
I claim the library, so.
all right. So all right. Well,
Wait, does this mean I
yeah.
can have the master bedroom and the bedroom across the hall from it?
No.
I'm using one of them as a storage for my Kindle supplies.
Just to be clear, this place, I mean, you could sleep in this place, but it's not a place you want to sleep, right? There's not even a
sleeping.
bed.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm going to go to sleep now. I'm just
Okay.
making sure that we all call dibs now and we
right, so
know
this
where we're
first
going
day-
later tonight.
This first day, sort of, the day is late, and you guys have spent the day sort of taking inventory. It's evening time, and you guys are kind of hanging out down in the bottom room, and you kind of scrape together a couple of chairs that you think can probably hold your weight, and you gather around the table to sort of reconnoiter. So what's the plans? What are your plans going to be?
We are going to.
Oh shit!
We are going to go meet the person.
Gale, I need a dex check from you. Dex save, sorry.
I already did that.
And I
Can
think
you do another one?
I think Elroth. I think I've reconsidered. I'm going to take the bedroom across from you.
I already
Dang
did a
it.
dex
I was-
It's
save.
got a private bath.
you did.
It's got the
You did
turret.
another dex save.
That
Yes,
was going to be my
yes.
second choice for the behind the master
All
bedroom.
right, I did better this
I'm
time.
digging.
Wow.
I'm digging the turret peak.
All right, so you,
All right.
as you go to sit in your chair next to Elroth, you go to sit down and you nimbly notice that Elroth has kicked the chair out from under you in an effort to try to get you to fall on the ground, but you don't even try. You're in fact, you actually sit down and just sit where the chair was, but you're just sitting by strength of
poised on my bulging
Exactly.
quadriceps.
and then you
My quadriceps kept me levitated above where the chair was removed.
casually reach back, pull the chair in, and say, "Nice try, Elroth."
Cast Gust on Gale.
Yeah. By the way, Elroth, you did no such thing. Just FYI, you know that.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Wait, casting Gust or moving
Oh, but he
the
has
chair?
now.
No, you didn't move the chair.
you didn't move the chair. You know you didn't move the chair, and I'm falsely accusing you, and you know I'm falsely accusing you. So there's
Oh,
something.
I thought we were just assuming that I did. My bad.
no.
What are you talking about? I didn't move
I'm
the chair.
falsely accusing you, and you know that there no such thing happened.
Yeah, I didn't move the chair. I don't
Well,
know what you're talking about.
why did I go to sit down and the chair left me?
I don't know, but those are some insane legs you got there. You clearly don't skip leg day. But
I do not skip.
it is a little
you
spooky
can't-
that the chair just kind of isn't there anymore. My chair is here.
Let me give you a little piece of advice, young blood. You can't spell legendary without leg day.
You're right. But at
What?
least I've got a chair.
But I think there's something amiss here because twice tonight, someone or something has tried to slip this cat.
Really? I haven't experienced anything like that. Have y'all?
I haven't. No, I believe him.
Yeah.
You believe?
I do
In fact,
too.
as
This
you guys
place
are
is a little
talking,
bit spooky, but
The table near you guys, one of those round tables, sort of falls over, crashes as the final leg gives way. And then the table sort of continues to roll, and it spins and spins and spins around, and then it actually rolls out the doorway into the street.
Well, good thing we got rid of that.
so Gail, is this one on you
Well, there
too?
you go.
Or
Now we all have experienced it.
Thank
you-
you, spirits, for helping us clean. Do you want us here?
And then you hear this and from the bar area, you see on the mirror above the bar, the dusty, old, dirty mirror, these words, these letters getting drawn in the mirror. And when it is
in
done,
the dust, or
the
like
letters-
scratched into the mirror?
And what does it say?
in the dust, it seems to be cleaning, and
Okay.
it says closing time.
What time is it? Like what kind of time of day?
This is like dusk. It's dusk. It's the,
Closing
yeah.
time.
I kind of
And
peek
the
outside. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. It's around closing time.
What's your name, Spirit? Spirits? Roll call.
The front door opens.
Put
So,
2 silver on the bar for a room. I want a room for the night.
I thought we already called dibs.
I want a room for the night.
Isn't that what you do in a bar? I want a room for the night. 2 silver on the bar.
Are these business people owning a store?
We already called dibs on the rooms.
Yeah. So is this a home or is this a place of business?
I gotta think about this. That is an interesting play. This is a great point to take a break because my glass is empty and John has made an interesting play on this. So
Glass is empty plus question I can't answer means it's
if the glass weren't empty, I would just make an answer. But the glass being empty makes me like the brain is this. So maybe more excuse than anything. Let's see. Can we do a short break? Say like 4 minutes. Be back here by 9:30. Oh, good for you guys.
4 or 5.
I mean,
4.
it's better.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5. Yeah. So, all right, friends at home, we're gonna take a super quick break, 5 minutes. Then we're gonna get back into leg day and find out if this spirit is bribable. I suppose. Don't go away. Or if you do go away, come back. Hold on. Break. Hold on. Here we go.
This is gonna be worth your time, but
Probably.
refresh your drink.
All right. See you soon.
As if anyone expected us to be back on time.
Grognards, baby. Oh, wait, we're in the wrong one. Hang on. Switching back over. What? One more time.
we messed up again.
I just wanted to do the double intro, right? Because it's just so cool. You had to see it twice. Fine.
Wait, y'all expected us to get it right the first time?
Come on, man. I've only been doing this for like 2 years. Get out of here.
Hey,
Come
Roy.
on.
Roy. Hey, Roy. What could go wrong?
Perfect. I'm not missing. I'm jealous. All right. So you guys are downstairs, and Imani has just. You guys have experienced some weird things, and Imani goes up to the bar and puts 2 silver on the bar, and you set them there, and they. Oh, did they? They had to do it a couple times. They had to try it a couple times. Nerds. Totally noobs. You know, my other show, I can just say, do the camera thing, and it's like, ba-boom, bada-boom, bada-bing, done.
Hey. To be fair, we had the camera thing right. Me and John just like clicked in at the wrong time. But
So
we
you
knew
did
what
it
the order
wrong.
was.
You didn't actually have
and
it
we
right.
did it right.
You actually had it wrong, is what you're saying.
No, it was Elliot, Chris, me, John. Except John just clicked in before I did. But we had the order right, so we're there in spirit.
So we at least knew what to do. So our failure was authentic and not due to.
All right, I'm giving that as DM inspiration. All right, the DM officially has an inspiration die. Grognards.
Does that mean you just get to like veto anything we want to do? Like,
it
I don't know,
means-
burn down a
No, it
widow's
means
house?
one of us gets to get inspiration for our absurd argument we just had.
No, it means I have an inspiration die. I get to use inspiration one time.
So if we
Check
roll
the
like
chat.
a 19 to persuade some guy to give us 100 gold, he can inspire on his 18 to get in at 20.
So Lucky
Well, he
Ducky
can
just
inspire to roll
inspired the
again.
DM.
Oh yeah, she did indeed.
He's inspired to roll
See?
again. It's
She
just
is.
advantage.
Mission accomplished. Favoritism in play. I mean, I don't have favorites. I love
But
you
if
all
you have
equally.
So all it takes to get favoritism
But if you
is
had
money,
a
huh?
favorite, it would be me.
No
Pretty
wonder
much.
we're not the favorites. You've spent God knows how much on me in 20 years.
Oh, God knows how much.
God knows how much. You know
All
what?
right.
Even I've spent a lot on you, by the way,
Folk-
young blood.
That's true. That's true.
Look, we've okay. We're at 4 minutes of story development. Okay, come on, guys,
Hey, no, we went through a
It's been
whole
a
day.
good night.
focus with me. All right, so the two silver sort of sit on the bar, and moments go by. And just when you think nothing's gonna happen, the silver sort of pick up, and they tap, 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 almost as if the silvers were thinking, contemplating what to do with these silvers.
I walk up to the bar and I put 2 more silver down.
As you get up to walk in, these 2 silvers sort of they float up and they go down behind the bar, and you hear a clink, as if they were set on some shelf or something behind the bar. Elroth, your 2 silvers are more quickly taken and put behind the bar.
So does this mean I get a room? Or what's going on?
I'm just
Can
telling
I
you
buy
what
like a
happens.
drink too?
I'm just telling you what happens.
Well, yeah, I'm asking the spirit. This is me talking to the spirit.
Sure, I'll put 2 silvers up on the bar.
Come on, Gail. We're all giving our money to the
All right. Those
bar.
2 silvers also slide off the bar and go behind the bar.
I'm in too. I think that we would like to patronize your establishment, and so I put my 2 silvers on the bar with those words.
And these 2 silver also sort of get taken up, and these 2 silver sort of tap upon the bar. Tap, 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 tap. And the silvers are taken and put behind the bar. And the door to the establishment slowly shuts.
Do you have any good ales on tap that we could buy?
There's no
What are you
alcohol.
talking about, Elroth? There's only good ales in this establishment.
Well, you guys have
Well,
searched
yeah,
this
but
place
I'm
pretty
asking
well
for
today.
like their personal preference.
You guys
So-
have
And like,
searched
can
this
we
place.
get like a room key maybe too?
So as an aside, there's nothing here. We've already
Yeah.
scoured the whole place.
There's no.
There's-
Yes, we know that, but now the spirit is taking our
yes,
silver, presumably giving us a room.
yes. So
I'm gonna play
I,
into it.
So I like the question, and I'm just gonna try to I don't know. Probably nobody needs it spelled out, but I'm gonna spell it out. So there's nothing here. We already know nothing's here. And Imani went and asked, of course, everything here is the finest, knowing that this was purely just feeding the ego of whatever spirit's here. So that's kind of where we are right now. Your question is awesome. It set Imani up for the answer, which is awesome. But at the same time, I just, probably didn't need to say all that, but I said all that anyway.
I'm gonna be honest.
All right,
I probably needed to hear that because I'm still trying to piece together this puzzle.
Yeah. So that's okay. Fine. I said, look,
It's been a long day. I'm a little slow right now.
All of our viewers got that. I said that for you.
All right. So you guys
Thanks.
stay and sleep here tonight?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you just like show us to our rooms?
We rented rooms. In our
No
opinions,
one. There's no response to any of this conversation.
Start heading upstairs.
All right.
Yep.
You
I will
guys
go
are.
to the third floor bedroom. That's not the master bedroom.
Good. That one's mine.
No, that's mine.
No, that's mine. Oh
I
wait,
thought
no,
you
the
went to
other
the
bedroom is
library.
his. Yeah.
No, I was kidding about the library. We're going to turn the library into a library.
Oh, well, that's too late. I'm going to the third floor bedroom. That's not the library and not the master bedroom.
I feel like y'all should have to race up the stairs to get it.
I'm going to take the second floor bedroom. I'm going to go stop in front of the door and see if the door opens for me.
Opens just fine.
It opens
guys
on
are-
its own.
You guys are able to go to wherever room you'd like and sleep the night.
I would suggest maybe we all spend the night in the same room, or at
Man,
might
least
be
in
smartest.
pairs.
Reginald, what room are you going to?
Maybe we could all sleep all cuddled together.
We're going to my room, which
All
is the
snugly?
third floor room that has the turret in it.
All right,
who's-
so this may sound crazy, but I think Amani's onto something. I think we should all sleep in the same bedroom, and I think it should be the third floor room that Reginald's going to, because in case something goes down, we can go out onto the turret and jump out to safety.
No, that's worse.
Yeah,
We don't
that's
want to go up to jump out.
You
We can
definitely-
use like the roof. It's better than just being stuck with a bunch of
Go
ghosts.
right off on the
We at
second
least have
floor.
an escape. It might not be a
No,
good
no,
escape, but
no,
it's an
no.
escape.
Four floors is worse to fall from than 3 floors. And-
Slide down the roof for 2 floors and then drop 2.
oh,
Or
Lord.
do the
Anyway,
bedroom
You know how
on the
roofs
second
work?
floor.
So anyway, so you're going to the third floor bedroom. All right, fine. I'll take the attic room.
Okay.
The
I
attic
guess we're
room
going
is
to
really
different
gross.
rooms.
It's full, like completely full of mildew and mold because that's where the leaky roof is. Remember? I mean, you can sleep there. I'm just letting you know it's pretty.
You know what?
gross
Maybe I'll sleep.
combinations.
I'm gonna sleep in the den on the second floor. I'm gonna sleep in the den.
Okay.
I'm gonna give the third floor bedroom to Reginald, the master bedroom to Elroth, second floor bedroom to Imani, and I'm gonna sleep in the den.
You realize there's a spare room right next to the bedroom, right?
I do, but I'm a cat.
That's straight out onto the
That fits. That
balcony.
follows.
But
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna sleep in the den, and it's got a second floor balcony. I mean, honestly, I'm more likely to sleep out on the balcony. Is the weather nice?
Today the weather is nice.
All right, I'm sleeping out on the balcony on the second floor next to the den.
All right, sold. So you
Hey, well, I
guys,
have a quick question.
Sorry.
yeah.
The privy off of the library does not have a door. Where's the door?
You have to unlock the door.
The
I mean-
door's right to the hall.
It does have
No,
a
that's-
door.
Not
That's
a
for the
door.
private bath.
That's a wall.
No, right
No,
here.
It's a clear delineation. Whatever.
Other
That's
privy.
not the privy I'm talking about.
He's talking about the other one, the one to
Oh,
The other one.
to the
Oh,
east.
that's screwed.
far to the east, far to the east, and just imagine that middle panel is a door.
I guess there's just no door.
That's not a very good privy.
You'll have to
Yeah.
fix it. No, there's surely a door out into the the hallway to the west, right? The leftmost. That would make more sense. Just like the other privy. 2 privies, 2 halls.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so you guys sleep the night, and the night goes by uneventfully. You guys awaken in the morning, head downstairs, and there's a message on the mirror that says, "Thanks for coming. Have a great day. Goodbye."
On the mirror where?
The mirror above the bar.
The bar.
Where you guys had that last night, it said closing time. This time
Yeah,
that's
so
sort
now
of
it says, thanks for coming. Have a great day. Goodbye.
goodbye.
I'm gonna take a seat at that same table we sat at last time. And I'm just gonna kind of like kick back and say like, "Dang, this place is really nice. I had a great night last night."
You can only take a seat if you make a dex check, motherfucker.
No, that's you.
So what's the plan?
obviously,
You're the one that he's trying to haunt. He clearly likes dogs and not cats.
So what's the plan today?
I'm going to the building next door to ask the inhabitants if they know anything about this place.
All right, so do you guys have any plans for this place? Or like, what's the sort of...
I want to try and befriend whoever is here. Kind of like I did with Durnan at the Yawning Portal, befriended him. I want to try and befriend the spirit here.
Which,
And-
just in case somebody's tuning in for the first time, he actually never befriended Durnan.
Yes, I did.
He's hoping to just not get kicked out. That's all.
No, I was friends with Durnan. And by friends, Durnan, that's kind of a strong word for him. I was to the point where he recognized me, knew my name, and even spoke my name once.
So Elroth is looking for the spirits in our owned property to just recognize him, maybe speak his name, and know who he is. That's friendship right there.
To Durnan at least, but to me, I want to try and like get into cahoots with these spirits. Maybe I can convince them to give me like a job behind the bar or something like that.
Okay, all right, so that's cool. So I think I want to talk to Reginald, and I'm going to say, hey, do you want to go see about this whole dung sweepers mission?
I absolutely do.
Yeah, you think you're up for that?
I'm totally up for it.
I think where we could actually probably do a little good for the city and do a little good for us too with that.
Right. And, make some good contacts and
our house.
especially since we'll probably need it once we deal with the spirit problem.
Our new house is a bigger shithole than my old lean-to in the field wards. Let's be clear.
No, this is the bones seem solid of this place. One thing you guys have said is like this place is in need of a lot of repair. But this is a 4-story manor house with a tower and parapets.
Yeah, it's a proper house with proper
manor.
shit problem.
Yeah, let's see about collecting the other guys, but there is I also want to see if I can get a break from the clerical temple because of Amani's alliance there.
I wanted to actually go there and ask, and maybe we should ask Uncle Lucky about getting this place cleaned up. I'm sure we can get a deal.
I don't even I actually kind of agree with Elroth on this, in that there's no reason to displace the spirit that's there. It's there before us. We just need to reason with it. And in order to reason with it, we need a scroll of speak with the dead.
You guys
Won't
hear,
work.
as you guys are sort of sitting around the table talking, you hear on the door of the establishment.
All right,
Come in.
I'll go and answer the door.
In walks.
My mic was muted. I said I wouldn't answer it.
Nobody walks in. To be clear, when I answer the door, I stand in it.
Oh, you go to the doorway. Oh, Chris had said come in.
I did say come in.
Yeah. But I walked to the door with cat-like dexterity, and
I also said that I walked to the door, but
right,
I was
so you
muted,
guys-
so
you
I'm
guys-
just still seated.
That's fine. You guys run to the door, and standing by the door, sort of like looking to open the handle, is like this sort of surprised halfling. He is a portly halfling, It's got big.
So
butt.
I look out, and I'm like, "What do you want?" And then I go, "What do you want?"
I shout out to Gail. I'm like, hey, that's no way to greet possible guests here at the tavern. And I walk over to the door and I kind of like nudge Gail out of the way and I put my hand out. I'm like, hi, I'm Elroth.
And I step back and I stroke my beard and I say, okay, Elroth, show me how it's done.
I got you. And I stick my hand out. I say, hi, I'm Elroth.
And he says, well, hello.
Does he shake my hand?
Yeah, he does. He reaches up. He says, I'm Broxley Fairkettle, your official representative from the Fellowship of Innkeepers. Might I come in?
Sure.
Please do. And I open the door.
I say from the table, still sitting there.
He comes in. He's like, whoa.
Isn't it nice?
Maybe I'm in the wrong place.
Oh no, you're in the right place. This is the finest inn in Waterdeep.
This is not at all. I wouldn't even call this an inn. Well, very well. He goes. He looks around, and there are no chairs for him to sit on. He's nowhere to even sit. I see.
Oh,
well,
here, and I grab my chair that I was sitting on, and I pull it up for him.
Oh, okay. He pulls it up and he sits there. He hops up into the chair. He says, wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm
Yes.
trying to get a part-time job here. I need to support the kids, you know?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, fine. We heard that you guys had become new owners and,
Oh, well, I wouldn't say that. The real owner is over there behind the bar.
But anyway, so I interrupt at this point. I say, so what brings you here? You say you're here, we're new owners. What were you going to say?
yes, well, as I said, I'm from the Fellowship of Innkeepers, and we were assuming that since you were the new owners, you would be, well, I guess it would take a lot of work, but are you planning on perhaps making this place into an establishment again? Looks it
Possibly.
We still have a lot of
looking into it.
discussions. We actually still have a lot of discussions about the place. But you tell me, what do you know of the place's history?
Well, I know it used to be a tavern, last I knew, but it closed down for some mysterious reasons. It's been closed for a very long time. A lot of people say this place is haunted.
How
It
long?
is.
I don't really
How
care.
long?
It is.
How long?
Oh, this place hasn't had an owner in at least a decade. I'd have to probably check the town records, but yes, this place has been boarded up for some time. We were surprised.
About a decade. Were you still an innkeeper next door when that happened?
No, I am not an innkeeper. I am from the Fellowship of Innkeepers.
So you can be in the fellowship without being an innkeeper?
Yes.
Sure.
How is that? That's like having a guild of artists and you're not even an artist.
I am here
Like,
to help.
That would be like somebody who throws darts for a living and calls themselves the Guild of Artists. Are you sure you're not an innkeeper?
I'm quite sure I'm not an innkeeper. I am someone who can help you become an innkeeper if that is your goal.
No. What are you offering?
Okay. This is this is a bigger job than I thought it was. What I can do is we can organize all the different entities it will take to get this place up and running. And it looks like it's going to need a lot. The Guild of Dung Sweepers is going to have to make a visit.
I see. You, sir, are a house flipper. You are somebody who goes in and makes major renovations on somebody else's dime. You never invest a penny of your own, and you take something and turn a huge profit for yourself.
No,
that's what you are.
No, we provide.
You're the Guild of Innkeepers. You're a bunch of house flippers, is what.
Hey,
you are.
let's at least hear him out, because I'm sure that the owner over here might want, some new customers. He hasn't had anybody in a while, from what it sounds like.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we don't.
You know what?
Own or repair properties.
I owe you an apology. I'm sorry.
I'll take that.
we've had a rough few days, and I'm a little bit tired, and that was uncharacteristic, and I apologize for my behavior. And
Was the porch not comfortable last night?
As it turns out, the hardwood is actually very hard, and I did not get an excellent night's sleep. So I apologize for my demeanor, and
Cats could sleep anywhere.
But we prefer soft, warm, fuzzy things, and red oak is not soft. Warm,
I'm gonna start carrying fuzzy balls and throwing them.
If only we had a laser pointer.
So you've got the fuzzy balls for Gale. I've got the oil for the town. I think this is gonna go great.
So as I was saying,
sorry for my reception, and let's just carry on. So you have a group.
So you're gonna organize. What is this gonna cost us?
Oh, well, that's a good question. This is a lot.
Yeah.
All right. May I look around the area?
Again, there is a ghost problem.
Ghost problem, you say?
There is.
However, we have a good solution for it.
I don't have a problem, actually.
Yeah, there's not a problem here, but we do have. We believe that he could make a good asset.
My friends. Let's choose our words a little more carefully, and let's not insult our hosts.
That's what I'm saying. Come
Yes,
on, guys. I'm
I
trying
agree.
to get
Let's not insult our host.
I don't want y'all to give me a bad image.
I'm not here to fix a ghost problem. What I can do is tell you what it will cost you to get this place up and running. In what kind of establishment are you looking to make?
A nice inn, tavern.
Tavern. All right, so a typical tavern. All right, very well. That's pretty basic. Okay.
Well, do you have suggestions?
What's your deluxe
walk into
plan
this place?
like?
What's your vision? Let's not pigeonhole us into something that.
No,
because you're part of the guild of innkeepers or whatever it is.
I facilitate.
What's the name of your organization again?
We are the Fellowship of Innkeepers.
Fellowship.
Yes,
That's fellowship. Not a guild, a fellowship. You've got a fellowship of innkeepers.
Isn't there one of those for a ring somewhere?
Shush. I am not a visionary. I am not a designer. I can put you in touch with people who could design. I am merely a facilitator. I am here to help you get your dreams accomplished, your goals accomplished with this place. If it's a simple tavern that you want to open, then I shall help you with that.
Let's assume that we want to open the greatest tavern in Waterdeep. We want to be the next yawning portal. Well, what would that look like?
No, I do not want to be the next yawning portal.
I'm saying just assume. I'm not saying we will be. I'm saying
I do not want to be a gateway to trolls jumping out of the sewers.
Well, no, we're not a gateway to trolls. We're a gateway to kind of friendly spirits that are going to be welcoming into their tavern.
If we may start humbly, may I travel about the premises and see the current state of the manor house to see what our starting point is?
Go ahead, just watch yourself. He's a little tricksy guy.
Reginald, what would you like?
If someone could show me around, that would be ideal, in fact.
I think that I would like to hear from my very short but very sweet friend over here.
Basically, we're, I think, probably looking to turn just the first 2 floors into a tavern. And I think our plan was to keep the upper floors as private residences. Does that agree with everybody?
I think that
I just have to get the paperwork to sell my apartment.
However, we do have one problem, and that is that there is no privy on the 2nd floor or the 1st floor.
Damn you and your reading.
Who designed this thing?
Look, you guys knew this.
An expert designer that will one day give me a part-time job.
Some architect needs to have burning hands cast on him.
To cut to the chase a bit, He says, okay, very well.
I show him around.
Yeah, so you kind of show him around. He gets up to the third floor. It's like he smells and he checks the attic. He's like, oh no, this won't do. This won't do at all. That will be expensive to fix.
Well, and that's why we just went the first 2 floors actually as our business, and the second 2 floors as where we manage all of that.
All right. So bottom line, friends. Let's cut to the chase. Bottom lines, friends.
Mm-hmm.
We can get you started. The repairs to this place, cleaning it, repairing it, etc., probably going to cost you something like 1,000 dragons.
Get out.
There are going to be...
I said get out.
No. Let's hear him out. Let's at least hear what it's going to look like. Hey,
said
Gale. And I grab Gale, and I'm just going to go in the other room with Gale. Let's go talk.
Let's see if that works. Let's go with that.
He stops. I'm here to do you a favor, friends.
Well, I mean, obviously any business decision, since we are getting into this endeavor as a group, would have to be unanimous. But so you were saying 1,000 for the cleanup?
I'm thinking 1,000 just for cleanup, repairs to the roof. As well as getting things up and running. You're going to need inventory. You're going to need food. Yes, guilds. There are several guilds that are going to have to be involved. The Guild of Butchers, the Guild of Wine, the Guild of Spirits, Guild of Innkeepers. So there'll be guild dues. So bottom line, friends, it's going to be 1,250 dragons to get this place up and running. My fee is included in that.
I want a perception check. Can I hear him from the other room where Elroth dragged me?
You can hear him from the other room, yes.
Get him out of here!
I'm gonna try and just grapple Gale and cover his mouth.
All right.
So I want an opposed strength check.
Bottom line is,
I would like
it's going to cost about 1,250 dragons to get this place repaired, fixed, up and running. And he tells
All right, so now I'm grappling Elroth.
I'm going to roll an insight check on him. Just
I'm throwing Elroth to the ground, and I'm going to bind him up. I'm going to tie him up and go out and argue.
I cast Gust.
You can't. You're grappled.
Roy?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll.
Okay.
So, just so you know, Elroth is currently grappled, and whenever I tie him up, I'm going to go out here and argue in the face.
All right. So this guy is, he's a friendly sort, but he seems very matter of fact. And Chris, from what you can tell, he is simply giving you the lay of the land. He's like, look, this is what it's going to take. He has clearly established his profit margin in this. He is, and
okay.
This sort of jives with what there are umpteen guilds in the city, and anytime anybody's
and
doing
that's
any
where
kind
I
of
was going to
business,
go next.
Every guild is going to want their share, and they're all going to come knocking on your door. And this guy's sort of offering to say, "Hey, I'll manage all that for you, but this is what it's going to cost you."
What about if we decide not to open an inn and we just want to use it as a private residence?
I mean, you can live with it as is. You've already paid the taxes on it, at least for this year. So, yeah, you can live here completely for free, as is.
What time of year is it? Just
this is the fall.
Okay.
So,
how much are normally taxes on a place like this?
We do have a series of
75
contacts
gold
that we can work with
to buy it. Probably that's your annual tax rate, so you can expect to pay that fee again. Though that may include the transaction fee. I mean, you'd have to go to the assessor, like the assessor's office.
So 50 gold a year or so to hold the property.
Something that's
That ain't
reasonable.
bad.
I actually had really good luck with the assessor's office. That's something you didn't ask this time.
Yeah.
What happened in the last 2 weeks that's significant?
Yeah.
I got $98,000 of property value removed from my tax assessment.
Good job.
Yeah, that is cool. Okay, so
I am I'm actually going to bring up that So we do have a series of contacts already that we can lean on for a number of these actions. I don't know if you saw my compatriot Amani Deller, but you might know his uncle, Lucky.
Nope.
And we've recently made some other friends in the area.
That's great. If
so
these friends have money,
if we
can
were
get you
able
guys
to
rolling.
lean on some of those contacts with or kind of in an alliance with you, would that you think that might be able to bring down our costs, and would that impact your bottom line? I don't want to screw you out of anything.
So have I finished tying up Elroth at this point? Because I was grappled with Elroth.
Yeah, so these now let me be clear, friend. These costs aren't fees. I mean, well, there's the guild dues, and that's, well, you can't get around the guild dues. 250 gold worth of various guild dues. We can't get around that. And in fact, that's going to be your upfront payment before any kind of work can get done. Let me be very clear about that. 250 dragons have to be paid in guild dues before any work can be started on the premises.
I need to know.
Yeah.
As soon as I finished tying up Elroth.
All right, you did.
Okay.
And as you walk out, he's in the process of saying, and the rest of it is about 1,000 dragons worth of repair costs, cleaning, stocking, getting this place up and running as a tavern. That's going to be about your bottom line. And if you have people who can supply you with spirits or labor that can help clean, or people who know how to repair roofs, all those things can, of course, bring down that cost.
I charge out of the room, and with no weapon in hand, but with fire in my eyes, I say, "We have enough spirits! Be gone!"
Can I, just real quick, can I roll like a dexterity check to try and crawl into this room that they're in?
Yeah, you can crawl in there. You can go in there.
Crawl.
Yeah, you're in.
So I'm gonna, while I'm tied up, I'm gonna kind of worm my way over. And I kind of like, I come in and I just plop down in the hallway, like just looking in through the door. I'm not actually fully in. That's too much work. But I say, hey, Mr. Halfling. I forgot your name.
You didn't? Did you roll? Wait. Did you roll?
No, he can move.
He said that I just could.
Yeah, he can move.
I can wiggle.
So
It's really cool.
I put my arm around the guy because we're about the same height.
Yeah.
And
he's shrinking
back towards the door,
from
and
Gale. He's actually like shrinking back, and he's like halfway out the door. He's like, okay, I am out here trying to get myself.
And I put myself between Gale and I forgot his name already, so I'll ask him his name again.
Broxley.
Hey,
I put myself in between Gale and Broxley, and I say, it's fine. Obviously, Broxley, we have some discussion that needs to take place. Is there a way that I can get in touch with you if we decide to move forward with your services, or rather,
if we succumb to your highway robbery, is there a way we can come let you steal our money?
Wait, excuse me, Mr. Broccoli. Quick question for
Broxley.
Broccoli. That's what I said. So
Broccoli.
I pretty recently had, and I'm still tied up
here.
I'm just
actually,
like, I pretty recently had a shop of mine get burned down, and I had insurance on it, but the guild that was in charge of that actually never gave me my payout on that. Can you, like, do you know who I can speak to go and get that? Because if I get that, then we might be able to, put all the payments down for this.
Was it an inn?
No, but I was hoping you could
I don't know about
put me in touch with the right guild.
Yes, no, this place, I'm not sure. Tell you what, Reginald, since Gale's being so hostile and you're being so friendly, Gale, make an intimidation check, and Reginald, make a persuasion check.
I'm spending the other inspiration.
Well, let's see what Gale rolls.
All right. Oh, never mind.
All right. So he is not happy about this, but he sort of looks at you and he's like, you can come to the office, and he gives you a small scroll, and you roll it, and it's basically a sort of the Waterdeep equivalent of a business card. And it's got his name and the address of his offices. You may come to the office and we can talk business and get you guys sorted. The rest of these barbarians, I am not interested
can
in
I come? And I kind of
speaking to.
I keep worming my way into the room.
We're not going there right now,
He
Elra.
gives you the scroll and he walks out the door and slams the door.
Can I get some help?
I go untie Elroth.
All right.
You're not
Thanks,
there.
Amani.
You went next door to talk to.
No, he's there. He's still. You guys were also.
Oh, is he?
You
Okay.
guys were also.
We never got the
Joke's
lead
on
yet.
you, Gail. I'm keeping this rope. Can I add how much rope did it take to tie me up?
Just
As
I
much
used
as you
your
want.
own rope.
I don't have any
No,
rope.
you didn't. All right. So you guys
I have
have
20 feet of
a
rope.
lead to the Fellowship of Innkeepers, who has offered to basically manage the myriad of expenses you might need in order to renovate and get this place up and running. It's going to cost you a pretty penny, but at the end of the day, you will have an establishment that will bring in money every 10 day. It'll be a thing. I'll let you guys know. I'm using a system where this is going to be like your home base, right? And the more you put into this home base, the more you're going to benefit from it. Step one with home base is getting it up and running, right? And whatever you want to do. Now you can leave it as is, completely leave it as is, but it's going to be just a flop house where you guys can sleep out of the elements. Then it's fine. If you want to make it into, say, a profitable establishment, you're going to have to make an investment into fixing it up and getting it running. Once you do that, then I've got a whole
We've been
system.
raided.
What?
So yes.
Getting raided.
Wait. So
What's going on, guys?
What
Come
happened?
on in. Hey guys, we were just talking about how we're going to get these guys running in their new establishment.
Yeah,
As
welcome.
just a quick note, though, didn't Blizzard kind of do this once with the whole Warlords of Draenor, whatever those garrisons were? Is this just a garrison?
What's up, the Action Surge? Appreciate having you guys here, man. Thanks a lot. This is kind of like a garrison, but it's more of your, this is more your place, and this is
But it's actually good.
Some of us might call it home.
this is a place that you guys own, and you guys
This will be
big
officially referred to
It's
as
a
the
big
garrison.
upgrade, even though it's a haunted tavern. It's a big upgrade from my current abode. That's a
yeah.
lean to the ward. So,
Thanks
yeah.
a lot,
How will-
Jessica and I. Nice seeing you guys.
What's up, everybody in the chat? How will the current place that I'm living in, so if I'm moving here, how will selling that go?
Well,
Could
you're
I
just
use the
renting
funds from that
someplace,
to
right? You
put
don't
into
actually. Do you actually own a place? Few people actually own land in Waterdeep. Very few people.
I have
own-
an apartment which I own.
Yeah, an apartment. You
own
don't own
a-
apartments. I don't know if you may not know how apartments work.
I say apartment, but like a small
I-
building that I own.
I own a parcel in the field ward.
Well, let me
I
tell
live
you
with my
this.
parents.
So your starting gold would basically be like your life wealth, right? So that's
really?
just, yeah, exactly. That's what starting gold is. Starting gold is how much you have, whether you're a lord or whether you're a street urchin. Your starting gold is how much wealth you have. So if
I should have more starting gold then,
you have
because my whole backstory was that I started out poor, and then I came in, worked my way up to the point where I could leave the gangs
Looks like you
and have
spent
my
it all.
own place, right?
Looks like you gave it all to the gangs.
But then you invested that into the place, and the place caught on fire. So you still need an insurance.
Well, no,
payout.
I had
And then
the
you got-
house and I had a shop, and they lit my shop on fire.
Okay, so your shop got caught.
I'm still waiting on the insurance for that.
They don't have insurance.
You still have a house.
I still have a house. That's
Alright,
where
do
I'm.
you?
I'm the neighbors with Gertrude, the bread lady.
But you own that. You don't rent it.
No,
Yes.
Yeah, you're renting.
no, I do not rent it.
You're renting.
I'm renting.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just
DM
saying, like,
says
you
so.
can, if you sold, again, that's your starting gold is your starting worth, like it's your starting wealth that you have. So you can't, it wouldn't be really cool to say, hey, my starting gold is 60, but I own an estate that's worth 6,000 gold and I sell it. No, it's not, that's absurd. So, all
right, that's fair. I'm renting.
So, so you have
every millennial's worst nightmare.
You have a little flat. You were there. Yeah, right on.
I at least want to say goodbye to Gertrude.
Millennials dream, actually.
Yeah, no, you're there, man.
Yeah,
we
you're
also
right.
friends.
No responsibilities, no yard work, no. Like you just get to pay the rent.
A neighbor that gives you bread.
Maintenance is done. You don't have to do maintenance. Like
you just need to befriend this neighbor.
Yeah, millennials love renting. Don't.
So what's the action? Who's taking an action?
So is everybody? I think the last time we left off, everyone was planning to leave, go ask neighbors, whatever, and I was staying here, right? Is that still what we're doing?
Sounds good.
I wanted to ask neighbors, and then I was planning on going with Raj to ask temples and find out about the Sweepers Guild job.
Dung Sweepers Guild.
And Gail was going to join us to go look at the Sweepers Guild.
All right, so you guys open the door to head out. In fact, Imani, as you open the door to head out, there is sitting on the porch a white cat.
Give it some food.
Why do I lose my notes at all the worst times?
Hold
on.
This cat. I'm gonna do you a favor and not make a comment.
This cat actually, as you look down at it, it looks up at you, and it says, "You have been noticed." Oh, I'm sorry. It's a very melodious male voice. You have been noticed.
In the common tongue.
Interested in joining the Emerald Enclave? Come meet us as Falconmere in the Southern Ward.
And there's so many of these places now. We have so many guilds trying to recruit us. We're so great. Off.
So this is in the common tongue. This white cat said, "Come meet us in Falconmere."
Looking directly at you, Imani. By the way, like it was definitely like eye contact with Imani.
Raj, what's the Emerald Enclave?
It's kind of a group of nature
loving healer types who
like the Lord's Alliance, the Harpers. It's another one of the major factions of the realms.
A common faction in the realm, but yeah, these guys are known for taking care of healing.
Apparently they want me.
Do they want you, or do they want the group? Are they just like identifying you as the leader of the group, or are they saying we want you and only you?
We want you. We want you. We want you as a new recruit.
I'm so sorry to everybody who raided and has to watch this now.
YMCA. It's fun to be in the YMCA.
This is not D&D.
You don't know.
You never know what you're gonna get, man.
Anyone who may be new to playing Dungeons and Dragons, do not let this be the
example. What do we find out from our neighbors before we find out what guilds we're all going with?
All right, neighbors. Let's see. Oh god. Okay, you're in Trollskull Alley. All right, let's see. Hang on. I have Trollskull Alley. There are several neighbors. Businesses. There are several neighbors that are interesting here in Trollskull Alley. There are. Let's
Devote
see.
1 hour of time to this. What can we find out in 1 hour from who?
Well, let me show you. So in this alley, there are, the backs of houses and stuff, but there are a few shop fronts. In fact, there are several. So just to if you're looking at the map, to the west of you guys, there's a sign hanging out that says the Tiger's Eye. Beyond that, there's a sign that says the Bookworm's Treasure. Just across the street, or just across the alley from Trollskull Manor, is Corlin's Crown. Down the street to the right of that is Steam and Steel, and there is another place that is at the eastern end of the alley called the Bent Nail. All these sort of places have like signs out that would indicate, hey, we're a shop for business.
What was that second to last one? You said Steam and Steel.
Steam and Steel.
So
Tiger's Eye, Bookstone treasures.
Bookworm's treasure.
Bookworm's treasure.
Bookworm's treasure.
The
Corallin's crown.
Corallin's crown.
Got that.
Steam and steel.
Steam and steel and the bent nail.
And the bent nail.
Got it.
So those are like
five different items.
5 different kind of places of business kind of available here in the alleyway.
And what is each?
Let's see. So, Corlin Crown. Let's see. That's right across the street. It's a three-story house. The top of that looks like it's some sort of greenhouse. So you're not sure. There's an herb on the sign. You would guess it's maybe some sort of herbalist, medicinal type place.
Gotcha.
The Tiger's Eye, actually, interestingly enough, has the symbol below the name of that is actually a magnifying glass. Yeah, and then inside like a magnifying glass with sort of this eye behind it. The Bookworm's treasure, the symbol there is a simple book. Steam and steel and the bent nail. Steam and steel is obviously some type of forge. You can look in there and see there's like a forge, a metal working shop, weapons, armor, stuff like that. And the bent nail seems to be displays a lot of like wood crafting type things.
Okay. Does any of these look like they've been established for the longest time?
No.
Okay.
So,
who you want to take, Raj? You take one.
Okay,
I'll
just
take
as a
one,
note,
Gil
this
take one.
is a simple game note. Since you guys met Volo and what's his name in the tavern, this is day 2. So yesterday you guys spent the whole day in the bar. Remember, he gave you a quest to meet a guy at a certain place. Now it's 2 days after that. This is the dawn of the second day, or morning.
right.
Of the
I don't know
second
why
day.
we keep blowing off the actual work.
We're not. We're going to this day. I just want to find out from the neighbors if anything about the tavern on the way there.
Well,
Well,
then
it's
we should stop
short, quick, and
at
sweet.
the. If we're going to stop at a business, we could try stopping at the Tiger's Eye and the Bookworm's treasure on our way out.
Fair
'Cause
enough.
That
Pick
actually
one each.
makes the most sense.
Pick 3 of them, and you go to one, Gail will go to one, and I go to one, and we'll get the recap if we find out anything.
But there's not a third one that's on the way. If we
Okay.
leave here and we walk out to the high road,
Okay.
then we're going to pass Tiger's Eye and the Bookworm's treasure.
Ask at those 2 shops if they know
Well,
anything about.
actually, you would
Trollskull.
go. So the only way out of the alley is the north entrance or the south entrance. So I mean, and this is an alley. You're talking a matter of feet.
There's the south entrance.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's a matter of it's an alleyway. It's a matter of feet here. Anywhere you could easily go. You're 30 seconds away from any one of these locations in here.
Right. I just
Just
don't.
as information.
Huh?
I'm just saying, as information. This isn't like it's
Right.
you have to travel to get to any of these places. All of these places are sort of like your next door neighbors. I'm just sort of saying, hey, this
Sure.
alleyway.
I just want to make sure that we're not passing up work that could help fund this endeavor.
Raj, pick one, spend 15 minutes there. I'll pick one, spend 15 minutes at the same time there. And Gail
I will
can
go
pick
to the
one and do
Bookworm's
15.
treasure.
Go for it while Gail's busy. Go for it right now.
All right.
Then we'll do Gail's and mine.
Bookworm's treasure. Where is that? Yes. All right. All right. As you go to the front of the store, you see that inside the window there is this sort of picture made, and it's a picture of a gold dragon curled around a treasure hoard of books and scrolls. As you go inside, the shop is decorated with beautiful hardwood. The earthy scent of old books permeates the air. The library fills 2 floors of this 3-story building. And there are shelves, more shelves than you can imagine, all full of books. As you come in, a dragonborn, in fact, behind the desk, clearly of gold dragon ancestry. He messages, welcome to the Bookworm's Treasure. How may I help you?
Hi, my name is Reginald P. Smilesworthy III. We have just recently taken possession of the building formerly known as Trollskull Manor. And
Trollskull Manor has owners now?
It does.
Very
we have the deed and everything.
Very interesting. Well,
and
welcome. I am Rashal. They call me Rashal the Page Turner. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Rashal the Page Turner.
Yes.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Yes, welcome to my shop.
We are looking for information, and I thought to myself, where would one go for information? We would, of course, find the nearest local library.
There is more information here than you can imagine. Though this is no library, I sell books. I do not rent them.
Well,
I also have a assortment of, magical scrolls if you should need them.
I might actually. I am trying to get some information on Trollskull first, but let me. I was hoping to actually just ask you. You've been in the area with your shop for I actually don't know how long, and I just wanted to know if you knew anything about the Trollskull, because it is haunted. The rumors are true.
I thought as much. It has been unoccupied longer than I have held this location.
Okay. Do you have any books on perhaps the history of the Trollskull? Because it seems to have, if I recall from somewhere that I had picked up, that the Trollskull has actually been around longer than a lot of these buildings in the area. And
that's so.
And so it might have a historical tome or two on it. I would, of course, purchase the books.
Yes. I do not have any such thing, but I could ask some friends of mine. Perhaps I could find something for you. I should let you know if I do. And
we're going to be looking at other places, the church, obviously, but if you had any scrolls for consecration, what would they run?
Yes, no, my scrolls are more of a
arcane bent.
Arcane bent, yes, exactly.
Okay, I didn't know if you had both.
I do not. My apologies.
Oh no, it's fine. Actually, I expect us to be fast friends. The Trollskull does have what was a library. Obviously, it's fell into severe disrepair.
Are there books there that we could?
There are not, unfortunately.
That is indeed unfortunate.
Whatever it has long since been looted. But it will again, and that's where our business arrangement will obviously come in.
I see. Oh, well, yes. I can certainly supply you with as many books as you would like.
And hopefully, if we do develop a relationship, you and I can discuss books, because I'm always looking for another learned soul to have healthy, intelligent banter with. You haven't met my friends yet, but they're not the more studious type, let's say.
Ouch! Oh! Well, Reginald, I look forward to many conversations with you. We can discuss many books. I read much myself. Anytime
I
we
love
like
a
to
good
stop
book.
in.
I pour through them like mad.
Really?
Hey, just out of curiosity, as an aside, are you a lore bard or a valor bard? I know you don't declare that.
I'm no bard yet. So
I'm just a bard.
Yeah, but at third level,
just a bard.
you have a plan.
I still have a lot of brands in the fire.
Well, I can tell you from
decided
experience, playing a lore bard is tough as shit.
Well, lore bards on the possible agenda, as is valor
fun.
or blade.
It's fun. I played a lore bard with an 8 strength. Like, if strength is your dump stat and you're a lore bard, you are.
I'm
It's not
Reginald
his.
Peace
He has
Misworth the
14
third.
strength.
I don't have a dump stat.
Yeah, sure.
I out of curiosity, I just went and pulled up his stats, and I'm sitting here, and this dude is insane. Like, Elroth.
Why are you looking at my character sheet, yo?
I was on D&D Beyond. Like, Elroth has overall
All right.
good stats.
So you
Anyway,
have a good conversation with him.
I excuse myself, Roy.
Yeah, he's glad to meet you. He seems genuinely pleased to meet you. You have earned a reputation point with Rishal the Page Turner.
Okay, do I need to keep that track of that somewhere on my character sheet?
But I got it. Don't worry. I keep track of all reputation. Don't you worry.
Good. I didn't want to.
Okay.
Gale, your turn.
Gale,
You're
roll
going
in.
to the Tiger's Eye.
What am I doing?
Find out about the Trollskull Manor at the Tiger's Eye.
Where am I? All right.
Lost,
so I go
dazed,
to-
and confused. But besides that, no.
Yeah,
Right
well,
across the street is the Tiger's Eye from where we're at.
All right. So I go to Tiger's Eye.
All right.
So
The Tiger's Eye, it's the business is very unremarkable on the outside. The only distinguishing mark is that sign of the glass featuring the cat's eye inside. The door, as you open it to go in, is actually locked.
I knock on it.
All right, you knock.
With a thieves' cant in the background, I say, I'd like to see your innkeeper or your storekeeper or whatever.
All right. You knock and several seconds go by. In fact, you're almost at the point of realizing the place is closed when you hear the click as the latch is opened, and the door opens and you're greeted by a human, and he is wearing a sharp suit and holds a slim pipe, and he speaks very concisely. He says, "Yes, may I help you?"
I'm looking for some information, and being a tabaxi, I was naturally drawn to you.
I see. I'm not sure what a tabaxi has to do with me, but how can I help you?
Well, I am with a group who has recently acquired an interest in the Trollskull Manor.
Oh, indeed. He peeks out the door, glances over. So you are the new Trollskull Manor owner. Interesting.
I would like to keep our conversations a little bit quieter, and a little bit more on the inside.
I suppose. Very well. Come in.
Right.
Inside this place, it's a pretty regal apartment. It's dimly lit by flickering oil lamps. But it brings you into a well designed chair. It's leather. It's clearly an expensive chair, and he says, "Here, have a seat." And he goes around and sits behind a desk, and he says, "Yes, so," and he lights his pipe. Very well then. You were asking?
You have 2 of those?
No, this is my pipe.
Yes, and you don't have a second one.
You were asking about Trollskull Manor.
Fine. So, I am a business partner, we'll say, with a group who has acquired a deed to the Trollskull Manor. And we have already experienced some, I would say, challenges with owning this property. And some of them are bureaucratical, some of them are of the more, practical nature. And by practical, I mean supernatural.
Yes, I've heard that the place is haunted. Is that true?
Yeah. I would say for sure that there is an entity, at least one entity there who is reluctant to having house guests.
One entity there, you say? Interesting. Okay.
At least. But I would also say that this is a reasonable entity, and we did safely purchase a night's stay. And all in all, I'm more and more interested in being this property owner. However, I don't like the bureaucrats. I don't like these property brothers who come around and they want to, just here, let me just take all of your money and we'll make your property a phenomenal trade, and it's going to be an economic boon to you once we steal all your money first.
I see the guilds have contacted you. Yes, well, that is the price of doing business here in Waterdeep. The guilds run the town. On the upside, the guilds do run the town, and the town is well run. I have found that the dragons I pay in taxes and guild fees and everything else are quite exhausting, but it is still Waterdeep, and the city does run well. And it is a place where you could make a fair bit of coin if you stay in the good graces of these guilds.
Them.
No one likes paying taxes, friend, but so long as taxes are well spent, well, I suppose that's as much as we can hope for, eh?
So you say they are. You say they are well spent.
I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm only saying what we hope for. But you were talking about how you could hire me for something. Were you not?
Yes. No. Yes, I was asking to hire you. No, I wasn't asking. Anyway, I'm not sure about the semantics, but
it
nonetheless.
Seems like a simple question, friend.
Except that I was going out of character. I was gone away while you were introing that I was even talking to this guy. So I don't know why I'm over here.
I don't either. I think
you're over there to get information to see if he has any information on Trollskull, on the history of Trollskull, on things that have gone on at Trollskull.
All right, so and I'm at the Tiger's Eye or whatever.
Yeah,
is this an inn? What is this place?
An investigator shop.
Yeah. I find that he seems to be basically you, except he has his own place, his own shop, his own thing. He finds things for people, or investigates things for people, or gets answers for people.
Well, so we're in a similar line of business, you and I. I'm a former member of the City Watch. I'm a detective. I go and I find things for people. However, I don't have the history on this place, and I really would like to consult with a let's just say we're peers. We're colleagues as far as things go. And so I'm out of my experience, but in my expertise. I'm sure that you and I are the same expertise, but I hope that I'm within your experience. What do you know of the Trollskull Manor?
I don't know much, but I can certainly find out for you. We can establish a retainer, and then I will investigate and relate to you the information that I find.
Okay. What We can establish a retainer in money or
Dragons, yes.
Or is there anything? Could we do this as a service trade? Is there anything that you have need of?
I doubt there's anything you can provide that I need. Dragons will work just fine.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
So, 50 dragons as my retainer, and I shall use that to find out the history of this manor as much as you would like.
Whew. 50 dragons. That is a steep price, my friend.
Not for what I offer.
I frequently work for less. However, I am also in the same business as you. And I'm going to take a little humble pill and imagine that the reason you're charging such a price is because you're better at this business than me. For a short time, I'm going to assume that you're worth it.
I am. I have, well, my clients are usually happy with my services. So then, 50 dragons, and I shall open an investigation into Trollskull Manor, and I shall find the full history as much as is available for you.
And what's today?
Oh, good question. I will need a 10-day. This could be difficult research. Yes.
You need a 10-day?
Within that. If I find it sooner, of course you'll get it. But within that time, I'll have your results.
Let's call it let's say 25 dragons in a 10-day and 50 in a 5.
Roll me persuasion. He's resistant. He says, "Well, the fee is 50, friend, and I may find it sooner. And if I do, well, this doesn't cheapen the work that I've done. In fact, it may. Yes. Sometimes these things take a little bit of time, but rest assured, you have the full services." Trench.
Oh.
Vincent Trench, of course.
Vincent Trench.
Vincent Trench. It's a pleasure to meet you.
All right. Well, Vincent Trench. My name is Gale Windfinder.
Pleasure to meet you, Gale.
Say what?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Gale.
Pleasure to meet you, Vincent.
And as such, we are in the same line of work. I will consider that if I should find whatever. Some things that I could use some assistance in.
As a professional courtesy, I'll accept your terms. I would ordinarily probably be a little bit more of a negotiator, but we'll accept the terms, and I'll look forward to. And as I said before, I'll look forward to being impressed with how much better at this craft that you are than I am.
I understand. Very well. So 50 dragons, gone. Man, that's a lot of dragons.
Yeah. You took it?
Kabam!
Takes it. Very well. And he smiles as you pay him. He's like, "Oh, yes, well. I shall give you the information I get as soon as I get it. Your dragons shall be well spent, friend. Do not worry. We are neighbors after all."
After all. Thank you.
All right. Who else has something they're doing today?
Go to Corlin's Crown.
Corlin's Crown. Wow. All right. This is a stately 3-story townhouse. The third floor of which is clearly been converted into a greenhouse. You go up to the door and it's open, and you go in, and as you go in, you open the door and a bell rings, ding, and you hear this very soft, melodious voice ringing down the stairs. I shall be there anon. And you come down and you wait a moment, and into this shop comes a wood elf with long braided hair, and she said, the elf says, "Hello, I am Fala Lefalier. It is a pleasure to meet you. Welcome to Corlin's Crown. How may I help you?"
Greetings, Fala. I am Amani Dollar. We are new neighbors. We have just gotten the Trollskull Manor.
Trollskull, right? And she looks out the door. Damn it. Yes, Trollskull. Very well. Well, yes, interesting. Well, greetings, neighbor. It is good to see you.
We were coming to see what type items you have in your shop and see if you can tell us anything about Trollskull.
Fala says, well, Trollskull, it's been unoccupied for longer than I've owned this place. It is rumored to be haunted, though that seems silly, but...
It's haunted.
Really?
There is a spirit there.
Very interesting. Well, that is a bit out of my expertise, though I can help you with different types of potions if you have need.
Interesting. What type of potions do you have?
Tell me what you need, and I probably have them in supply. I can heal you.
Healing?
Yes, of course. I have healing and the greater healing, if you need them.
How much are your healing potions?
Healing potions are 50 dragons. The greater healing are 250 dragons. They are much more valuable, as you may know.
Of course. Okay, and you normally keep a stock of those?
I do indeed.
Excellent. Well, we will definitely be back here with our party for that.
Yes. Yeah, Fala, and I'm sorry, let me be clear. I've said pronouns. Fala is very androgynous. You don't know if this is a he or a she. It's undetectable, really. It's really on the borderline.
It's an elf. There isn't a difference.
Yeah, it's Pat. It's basically Pat as an elf.
Hey, at least we're we cover all the bases.
And how long has Fala had this establishment? How long have you been based here?
Oh, I have been here for over 5 years, I suppose.
Wow.
5 winters. Yes. I have been here 5 winters. I suppose this will be my 6th. So almost 6 winters.
Wow. Can you tell me anything about Trollskull Alley I should know?
Trollskull Alley. We're loosely knit. Their business is here, and I've met them, and we'll wave to each other, but there's very little in the sense of camaraderie. The families that live here, their children, they run around this place commonly. I'm sure you've seen them by now. So there is some small sense of community. You know, most alleys in Waterdeep have that, but some of the other people, they're very standoffish. If you ask me, or perhaps I'm standoffish. I've been told as such that I'm not really good with people. I'm more into my plants and potions.
We may get the tavern up and running. Maybe that'll get everybody more together around the area.
Oh, that would be fun. We could have a party, a block party, an alley party. We could make it an alley party, and we could all go.
Well, we'll definitely look into that. Well, it's been nice talking to you today.
Oh,
We'll come see you later this week and hopefully get some more potions I think currently we each have a few, but we will definitely run through those, I'm sure.
Well, feel free, and yes, there are many fine residents here. They'll be out about. Mornings and evenings are the places where there's the most foot traffic here. If you want to get to know your neighbors, that's a good time.
Could you suggest anybody who may know, have been here the longest, that may know more about Trollskull?
The longest. Well, I don't know. There's Gladys, and she looks out. She's a couple doors down from where you are. She's an old dame. She's been here for some time. Her entire family lives in her house, in fact, and there are a couple of, in fact, I think 3 generations of people there. But old lady Gladys is very friendly, very friendly. She often, yes, her children and grandchildren often are out and about here in the alley.
Perfect. I'll go stop on her on the way back. Thank you for the information.
It's a treat to meet you, friend. I don't believe I caught your name.
I am Imani Deller.
Imani Deller. An interesting name. It rings off the lips as dew from the leaf. It is a treat to meet you, Imani Deller.
Have a nice day.
All right. So you guys kind of gather out in the street. You've met a few of the neighbors. Plans.
I need to talk with the spirit in the tavern.
All right. How do you want to try to talk to the spirit?
So once everybody leaves, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna shut the door, and then I'm gonna go. Is there like a broom somewhere I can grab?
Sure.
So I'm gonna go grab a broom, and I'm just gonna like casually sweep. I'm not like picking up any of like the big debris or anything like that. I'm just like casually sweeping as if the tavern was still up and running. And I kind of call out. I'm like, "So, how's it going today?"
No response.
Yeah, I get that. My friends are a little bit rambunctious. I'm sorry about some of the mess that we made. I had a great night staying here last night. Thank you very much for your hospitality. This whole time I'm just kind of sweeping away.
All right. Yeah, as you're sort of sweeping, the door opens, kind of slams open.
Ooh, do you want that open or should I go shut that?
No response.
I'll just shut that one for you. We don't want to let too much breeze in here, do we? Come on, we're not paying for. Well, I guess there's no AC here. I'll just shut that for you.
Yeah, as you shut the door, as you're shutting the door, a chair actually slides across the room and sort of bumps into you, as if to sort of bump you out of the tavern.
Oh, well, I don't know if you're trying to bump me out. I was hoping that I could maybe talk with you one-on-one. I've got my old shop just burned down recently. I'm actually trying to look for another part-time job. Maybe if you have something I can do, like maybe if I can just help like sweep, or if I can help like stock the bar or something like that.
All right. The chair sort of slides back to the table.
I mean, I'd be more than willing to maybe like clean up some of the tables between guests, or maybe I could like tighten up some of the bedrooms and everything for you. I don't know, anything for a couple of coppers, silver here or there. I'm just trying to.
All right. Remember, you're in a place where this place is done, and you guys have over 1,000 dragons worth of repair type stuff you'd have to do to the place to kind of really get it up and running. So, but okay, yeah, you have you hear this clink as 8 shards, silver, 8 shards sort of get clinked and land upon the bar and sort of slide over the bar towards you.
Oh, thank you. Should I? I'm gonna guess this is my payment. I don't really know how to communicate well with you. I'm not gonna lie, but like maybe I can just go in a direction and then you can open or close that door to let me know if I'm going the right way. So if I'm going the right way for something that you want me to do, open the door and then it lets me know I'm on the right track. But if not, you can just shut the door. I'm good, right? I just want to help out. I want you and I to get close, right? The rest of those guys can get I understand how they can be sometimes. I just want to let you know that I'm here. I want to help you out. I've got some ideas which I think could light this place up if that's what you want. Of course, you're the rightful owner here. This is all up to you. So
All right, so the front door closes and then it opens and then closes and opens and closes and opens.
Okay, so I was thinking more along the lines of like close it if you don't want me to go that way, open it if you do.
As the front door is just sort of opening,
still just closing, opening and closing.
Opening and closing.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what opening and closing means.
Sounds like indecisiveness. They're afraid and like the proposition, but there's a fear. There's some sort of a deep embedded fear with pursuing the proposition, but they like it. It sounds good. It feels good. It's kind of what they want. But
is this like some allure to some like fantasy novel that I never read?
No, this is life experience. Okay, this is what happens when you get old. Is that you know that there's some like pull to this sounds good, it feels good, and I'm just afraid of it going badly. That's what that is.
Yeah, and the three of you sort of get done with your conversations and you head back into the tavern, and the door that was sort of opening and closing, it just sort of shuts as you guys walk near it.
Okay, so all right, we'll leave them outside for a minute. Is there maybe are there any items or anything that you want me to grab for the tavern? Like, do you want to have visitors again, or do you just want to kind of be a little slow? I don't know. That's up to you. But I could help you out to spruce it up a little bit. I could help you out. Maybe I can get us some nice ales to bring in, huh? When's the last time you had a good ale? I mean, come on now.
Yeah, so as you guys walk into the alley, you sort of open the door and you see Elroth sort of talking to the
mirror.
To nothing.
The bar, to nothing. Yeah, all of those.
Mirror.
Oh, hey guys, I'm just trying to make friends with the owner here. He gave me the
you guys are the owner
back. I think it's a payment as a job. Still working that out. I'm having a little bit of a hard time communicating.
Gave you what?
He gave me, you remember the silver that we gave him for the rooms? Well, yeah. I don't know if it's the same silver, but he gave me 8 silver when I was talking to him about having a part-time job.
I don't know if it's the same silver now. Well, it's not your silver anymore. It's my silver.
Yeah, this is very obviously my 8 silver.
Well, let's not presume it's a he either.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, the owner here, I was talking to them about getting maybe a part-time job here, and that's when they slid the silver my way. So I'm assuming it was payment. I'm just trying to figure out what I should do. In the meantime, if y'all wouldn't mind waiting outside maybe while I sweep up a little bit and arrange some of the tables and chairs.
Well,
hey, Spirit, what do you want him to do?
There's no response.
And how long should we wait outside?
Okay, here. Just it's gonna sound weird. So Mr. Owner, can you, if you want them to wait outside, open the door?
The door opens.
All right, guys. Well, I think that settles it. He hates y'all.
And a already chipped plate flies across the room at you, Elroth. Missing you barely.
I get the feeling maybe you want me to leave and not them.
Probably wants us all to leave.
Okay, well.
Probably.
John, you're muted.
Let's go get a job, and then we'll come back and figure out how to discuss with hopefully our friendly ghost.
However,
It hasn't been so friendly yet, but perhaps.
what time of day is it?
This is still morning. You guys have gone off, met some neighbors, and we're wondering what you're gonna do.
And
with
now
day
we're gonna
two.
we're gonna go discuss our new job. But it's
But-
10 o'clock. It's
Yeah,
11
so
o'clock.
that's the plan.
Before we head out, I'm
It's
gonna put.
We're mid morning. We're mid morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So I think that Reginald and Imani and I and of course Elroth, if you'd like to join us, we'd like to go and check in with our next potential job.
Well, you guys have a couple of Imani. Yeah, there's a couple of places you guys could go to think. So you guys have been offered a job with the Lord's Alliance, guarding dung sweepers. You guys, or Imani perhaps, have been contacted by a white cat offering you to meet at a place as well. You guys currently own a 4-story manor house that seems to be haunted, that is in bad disrepair. The Fellowship of Innkeepers has contacted you and told you that it's basically going to cost you 1,250 dragons to get this place up and running back into a business. Not something you need to do, but if that's what if you want to make it into this sort of money-making place, 1,250 dragons is the goal. That's where you're going to need to get to. Next week, no, I'm sorry, 2 weeks. Oh, 2 weeks. No, 2 weeks is after. Next week is Thanksgiving. So 2 weeks we'll be back in. Yeah, so we're in. So I'm curious where you guys are going to go. We are going to talk about this in Discord. Friends at home, if you guys are not in our Discord, come join us. The links are down in the Twitch thing below us. This episode, along with all our previous episodes, will be on YouTube, and you can definitely check those out as well. Thank you so much to the people who have followed us. If you haven't already yet, click that follow button. We absolutely appreciate that. Thank you for the bits, especially the story generating bits, which I'm a little nervous about. But
There were none of those.
Well, there are definitely stories that are going to be told based on things that we've had.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So they haven't happened yet, but they're in. They will not be forgotten. Do not worry.
Angel, yeah.
I just
got
want to
it.
befriend the spirit. What if the spirit is a widow?
Oh, what if? Wouldn't that be crazy?
So that means you have to burn down
your own house.
the keep. No.
That
no,
means that I first
no,
have to befriend it.
no.
If you burn down our manor, I am gonna burn you down.
Oh man! Oh, it's so easy. It's like writing itself. The story writes itself. Hey, but on the for real, thank you all for joining us. We definitely appreciate it. At least I appreciate it. 2 weeks from today, we will continue this story. Thursday.
Next week.
I'm not to next week yet. Thursday, come join us with the Edgelords and Murder Hobos. They are some people's favorite, but definitely not mine, group.
You got paid to say that they were your favorite today.
Oh, yeah, okay, they're totally my favorites. I'm not even gonna lie. Thursday.
We already knew that.
8 p.m.
That's
Central.
why they get all the good maps.
Edgelords and Murder Hobos will continue Nerd League Gaming's stream. Friday, young Joshua is running his game. Joshua run that 7 to 11 Central, I believe.
Yep, the human homies.
Right? 1 week from today, DM Chris is continuing his game. What game is that, Chris?
That is the Princes of the Apocalypse with
Right.
the Justice Team.
Right on, right on. So we really would love to see you in Discord. We have a lot of fun conversations. Even Elliot joins us on rare occasions in Discord. It's
Once
fantastic.
Very, very precious while.
Right on.
Yes, you get paid to say that Lucky Ducky was your favorite, specifically her.
She is, and
Forget Cole.
Are
Forget.
you kidding? I got
Jake
200 bits of whatever it is. I don't even know what this bit system means, but I know I got 200 of them. Thanks to...
It's a Twitch thing.
Well, you did a great job. Lucky Ducky, thank you. It is, of course, a pleasure to hang out with you, even virtually. Can't wait to see you on Thursday for the real game. Until then,
Nerd out.
Yeah.